Ladies and gentlemen, just kidding, gentlemen, welcome back to part whatever numbers words. Mayhem on Mandril, unnamed campaign, #/ part 3 of Unknown, episode 4 of Unknown, title TBD, airing 8:02 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Last we left off, we fought a bear. Well, one man fought a bear, and there were other people there as well, and then he tried to make the bear a pet. We're not going back into that. We all know how that ended. Bear killed. We're all sitting in the woods. Alternatively, in the ruins of the Delumiere house, there are a series of individuals, all of which who have been kicked out, with the exception of Rainey, who is sweeping outside on the roof above one of the rooms on a balcony. And there's some guards downstairs playing with their chess set, and a noble walking around. Did you guys ever get his name? I said it, but I don't think I said it in game. I said Martin, I believe. That was it.
Yeah, they told us. They were like,
watch out for Martin. I think that was one of the things.
yeah.
All right, well,
They complained about him audibly.
Oh, they did audibly complain about him. So Martin is walking around, he's meandering. We're going to pick up on the Lumiere group. I have a note that says, I don't know what it means, but it says that Siobhan's owl has been sent into the Lumiere house. You know anything about that, John? Because I forget.
Mm-hmm.
What do you know?
No, I just told you that she was going to send her
Okay.
owl to scout.
So Luna is scouting the house. Great news. Luna begins scouting. And nobody knows that because none of you are there. But she is doing it, I promise. Now, some time has passed. For this group, it may only be 7 p.m. Last we left off, it was like 9 p.m. in the group of the bear, starting their watches, now sleeping in peace. But this group has to decide what exactly they're going to do. Everyone's been kicked out. The clock's been ticking. Rainey's still in there. And we're all just kind of sitting here outside the entrance, discussing that there was, in fact, a giant hole in the wall that nobody had seen before. So, picking back up where we left off.
There's a hole in the wall.
There certainly is.
Why aren't we just going in there?
I guess we could, especially now that it's getting dark.
Alright. We sneak in.
Alright, well, you're gonna have to do some stealth checks.
Alright.
Who's actually sneaking in anyway? Everyone together?
Just one big clump.
Oh well. I mean, Valere, is Grouger already walking away? Or?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, Valere, I guess, is gonna follow and then quickly say, "We're all sneaking together?"
Siobhan's going to, scramble behind.
Grouger, we're all sneaking?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, you do you.
You need stealth. Okay, I'm stealthing.
What a glorious.
All right. Well, Valere says, "Well, then on that note," and then immediately just takes off and just flies the other direction.
When given the chance of free will, cowardice.
I got a 9 on my stealth check.
Great. Smart fella. Who now? Oh, he doesn't have a character sheet, right? Because he's a little farm boy.
AG's soldier sheet.
Yep, classic. How's he doing stealth-wise? Yeah.
Yeah, but my icing.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, but my icing.
I don't even have D&D. Hold on.
Wow, this guy was not ready. We were sitting in this call for 30 minutes before.
It's almost like he was doing something until...
You got 10 plus or minus, I don't even know where the...
Oh, don't worry, it's not good. Grouger, what do you get? Give me the numbers. You roll already? I don't have my D&D Beyond up on a tab that's currently visible.
I thought my would have counted.
No, your din does not count.
Damn.
Stealth roll.
Who knew? Alright, there you go.
Where is
22.
it? 22? Alright. So, the good news is that you are neither seen nor heard. The bad news is your two bumbling Doofenburgers are not faring so well. So
Maybe
as you
Blair had the
approach
right idea.
closer to the wall, what are you thinking? What are you gonna do with the fact that you can very clearly see and hear them?
I'm like a salamander on the ground.
So you're unconcerned.
Well, I mean, what am I gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Oh, I have a plan. Watch this. I'm gonna
Okay.
turn around and say, "Shh."
All right, both of you re-roll stealth.
You fucking
What?
suck.
What stat block exactly was he using?
I believe he was using soldier.
Googled
What's
it and nothing came up. Hold on.
you say?
Oh, because I put 6E instead of 5E.
John, the next edition is 1 D&D, so even if you're trying to modernize, it's not gonna work. Yeah, are you telling me that I can't see the rolls if I don't have a...
Where the
No,
heck
there's
is
the game
this
log.
stat
It's
block?
right there.
The
Yep.
rolls were being kind of weird.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
sorry.
having they're like taking forever to load. I got a
Their
4.
servers are having a funny.
Well, then just give me the numbers, and if you lie, I'll kill you 12 years later.
I got a 4.
12 years.
Siobhan. Alright.
I'm on my deathbed. Trevor.
I can't find a stat block, but he got an unmodified 12.
You're gonna be dead
Alright.
in 12 years.
Alright, graduate. You attempted to shush
I
them.
failed my stealth check.
You don't have to re-roll. I was getting them to.
I'm saying in 12
Oh, in
years.
12
no, I'm
years.
on my deathbed. I
So
go,
you
Trevor, I
lied.
lied. I failed the stealth check.
And that curse I gave you. Go with
Why
your
are you
good.
on that bed in 12 years?
Because of the way that Nick's living?
Oh,
No.
We have a 12-year plan. After that, it's
you
dead.
have another decision to make. Your attempt to shush them into being quiet has not worked. These individuals clearly do not have the prerequisite skill for sneaking.
Thinks about my bag of rocks and throwing rocks at their head.
Was this in the campaign chat? Where's the stat block? I can't
What
find
am
it by Googling.
What am I gonna do?
I think I put it in campaign chat at some point. I will scroll up and look for it. It is right here. I will
found
pin it.
Soldier.
All right,
Pinned.
if you guys are gonna fuck up this much, just stay here.
What does stealth? Is that dexterity?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so just +1 to whatever I rolled.
Right.
I mean, it's if you want to
13.
just manually do it, it's your dex plus your expertise plus
Alright.
your proficiency modifier.
So you're telling them to stay here and you're going in, correct?
Yeah.
Alright. Where would you like to go? Looking around, the area is fairly clear. He shouldn't be here. Throw him in the trash garbage.
I see a guy. He gets vaporized. All right.
There are guards at the top, some around the fountain, not
I
looking
go
your direction.
left.
He goes left. Trekking down the path, are you going to follow the path or stay in the grass?
In the grass.
Alright, would you like to
I
duck
actually
behind this
just walk
convenient
on the
cover?
path and offer and like pretend like I'm there.
Alright, looking around, you see the
Like I
crates
could
that were
win a trip to
unloaded.
the Mario movie.
Alright, now you're just about to move forward when you see a guard peel out of the large administrative building. Two guards.
No exposed necks.
No exposed necks. You are in sight. What are you going to do? Quickly.
Around the corner, to the right.
Alright, ducking behind the corner.
I cover
Being
myself.
attentive.
Is that soot?
Yes. Well,
Wipe.
it's stone dust.
Stone to dust.
Stone dust. Acid
Is
turns
it-
stone to dust.
Okay.
Yes. Rubble. Basically rubble. It's whatever terrain. Rough terrain?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
words. Them's is the words. Alright. You wait for the guards to pass, attempting to hear their footsteps. And you're reasonably confident with your passive perception score that they have passed. So you at least have some time to snoop around. Is it go time?
Go.
Alright. Moving quickly. What is your objective? Are you just looking around?
I'm gonna go behind the box.
Behind the box. Behind the box, you are now safe from the door. The other guards haven't looked back yet. Some of them appear to be surveying and poking at the wall. When one goes through, they're having a slight argument. And then they both carry on. They're now on the other side of a wall.
All right. Are these crates open?
Yes.
What's in them?
the stuff that you. Oh no, wait. Are these not your crates? These are other people's crates, aren't they?
The stuff that you brought. Oh yeah, I knew that.
I think it is the thing that you brought. Although some of the other guards were unloading crates too.
Yeah.
So, let me roll a d4 and see if this is a crate that they had or a crate you had. All right, this is some of the stuff that you brought.
Oh
Some of the
yeah,
tools.
I knew that.
All
I
right.
was just making sure it's still there.
Uh-huh.
You know.
You moving on to the other crates?
He was making sure you're
Sure.
paying attention.
Okay.
Oh, what's
Yeah, I
the
was making sure you, the DM, were paying
Uh-huh,
attention.
uh-huh.
Of course.
You gonna say
I
something,
agree
John?
with Jacob.
yeah? What's the weather like?
Windy and a little bit nippy, but clear.
Well, if Smart Fella and I wanted to follow along, Siobhan's going to try to make a sound of like really loud wind, and
Okay.
will that help with making stealth checks?
Okay. What?
So you're using a
what's-
spell, right?
Yeah. What spell is this? Is this thaumaturgy? What is this?
This is wind.
It's minor illusion.
Oh yeah, that can make sounds. Okay, goated strats. Reroll stealth. What do we got? What do we got, little man?
Nat 20.
Oh, smart fellow thrives in this environment.
Okay. I
What'd you
got a
get? You got a what?
10.
10. I guess you should roll with advantage because the wind is another stealth check, and I need go ahead, roll with advantage. Smart
yeah,
fella
it's just
doesn't
like
need to roll
we're
with
struggling.
advantage. Yeah.
11.
Siobhan, flat-footed bimbo. Alright, well, Siobhan is unable to quietly make her way through a field. The wind appears to be using... She just presumes that she can walk normally, and the wind will cover everything, and that is not the case. Particularly because she's also not looking particularly where she's going very well, and she ends up tripping and falling.
Classic teenager on her phone while walking.
Exactly, which draws the attention of the nearby guards. Smart fella, you rolled a nat 20, so you completely duck under cover,
Pretty much a
undetected.
ghost.
You're pretty much a ghost. Now, Siobhan has just been spotted. All right, what are you gonna do? Because the guards immediately go, "Hey, you there!" and then start walking over. What are you doing, smart fella?
I don't know. Hold on.
Quickly. 10, 9,
Oh, give me a time
Eight.
limit. Hold on.
7,
Do I see the guards coming?
5,
5,
4.
I'm gonna like
three,
kick a rock or something.
Gonna kick a rock. All right. Can you?
I'm not gonna like go around the corner. I'm just gonna like just do something. Like kick a rock, make a noise or something with a rock.
You are in rubble currently. So
There you go.
okay. I mean, are you gonna try to hide?
I'm gonna do that and then like keep going in.
Okay. That makes more sense. I guess I'll give you a little bit more understanding. These are like rocks that are falling and then all over the place. You can kind of duck under them. They're difficult to navigate without making a noise. But you have an at 20, so you're goaded. Vaughn, what are you doing now while he's crawling like a little gecko?
Do I see them coming?
Oh yeah.
She's going to faint.
Roll for performance.
Okay.
Single dice hitting ground noise
Uh-huh.
from D&D Beyond.
It's an 8.
All right.
I think
Let's see if these are the most insightful. All right. The guards immediately walk up to you, all smart fella, ducks in the rubble of this house, and goes, "That was not a very convincing performance, girl. Get up. You're not gonna dodge trouble that easily. Up."
But then from the sky.
Yeah, Valera's up there. He's not intervening.
Oh, they,
Intervene, I intervene.
I'm sorry. I think I took a wrong turn.
Wrong turn.
Yeah, I didn't mean to come in here. I just got turned around a little bit.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Get out before there's serious problems.
Okay, thank you.
Alright.
The best lie. Oh yeah, I didn't mean to sneak through this hole in the wall.
At this
I just gotta
point,
be turned around.
at this point, Luna actually appears, floating down from the sky. A little owl. Or you can be a little star.
Whoa,
Floating
so
down
pretty.
from the sky, Luna perches on top of one of the somewhat broken walls, and the guards say, "Was that a barn owl?" What? 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 It's an owl! Ah! Then the other guard goes, "What the? Ah!" And then he starts running away as well.
Why are they scared of the owl?
I don't know. Only one person actually has the ability to make an insight check to answer that question.
Do I see Luna or no?
Yeah.
Okay. See. All right, Luna, come back.
All right. Luna comes back and then whispers, "The path is clear."
Wait, what did you say?
The path is clear.
Oh. Oh, thank you, Luna. And do I need to try stealthing again or just?
Yes, please. And roll higher than a 12.
I've got a 6.
Wow. All right. Luna immediately stops you and says, "Darling, whatever that is, stop. Let's go for a new strategy. You walk around like you own the place, and I'll make sure it's actually true."
All right, I think I can do that.
All right. Well, you own the place now. So, anyway, catching up with Grouger.
I'm gonna go grab my dice real quick. I'll be back.
How dare you?
I need some
I know.
dice for real because this ain't it.
Well, there is a man approximately 30 feet away from you who has an entire tray of them, but they're actually
roll
all
with that
mine.
D100 I gave you.
Yo!
Every roll.
I don't actually know where that is. It's probably in my... Oh, it's in my backpack in the closet. That's where it is. All right, Grouger. What are you doing?
Backpack.
What are you doing, Grouger?
That's a good question.
I don't
I'm gonna.
think
Are those bushes or trees?
Bushes. Little ornamental shrubberies.
it's
I'm
pronounced.
gonna go over to them.
Okay?
Get behind them.
Okay.
Give me two.
He's waiting.
Is there anybody around? Like scanning.
Some time
Where I've come
passes.
from.
Doesn't seem like anybody's around from where you come from. After a while, though,
Okay.
2 more guards exit the door, and they say, "Ugh, I thought we were gonna be moving crates all day. Yeah, we almost did. I'm glad now we have some time off. Sometimes I feel like I only exist to move crates. It's a sad life. Yeah.
I've been teleporting bread for 10 hours.
They appear to float off screen,
Nothing
and
but
then
teleport bread for 3
they
days.
despawn.
I've been duping wood for 20 hours. I'm gonna put my ear to the door now.
Okay. You don't hear
Is there
anything.
anybody? I'm gonna do a perception check.
What are you looking through or listening for?
Sounds.
So you're just listening. Alright.
Well, can I see through the keyhole?
You could.
Alright.
Little tiny
through the
itty
keyhole.
bitty keyhole.
Alright. I got a 25.
Wow. Okay. So, inside the keyhole,
I'm good at 2 things.
there is a hallway with a red
There's
carpet,
just a gun.
at the end of which is a room with a large desk. Ooh, that desk is not easily visible. With a large desk. Several chairs, some couches, and then several offshoot doors on each side. And finally, on one of the sides, there is a staircase, which I'm just going to indicate like this because I'm lazy. And yeah, there appears to be no one here. It's a little
Alright,
difficult
yep.
to see the stairs. Probably don't see the stairs, but you see everything else.
I try the handle.
It opens.
well, I'm gonna go in.
All right. There are 4 doors behind which you are uncertain what there is.
All right,
But
I'm setting up for my Scooby-Doo villain run.
okay. Elaborate.
You know when they're in like a hallway with a bunch
When
of
they do the doors and then you come out of that one. I can almost assure you the geometry here is all Euclidean and there are no teleportation doors.
It'd be a really fun magic item. You go through one door, you get to come out of another within 30 feet.
That would be really fun. I'm gonna add
Call
that
it the
now.
Scooby-Doo door. All right, hold on.
I'm
The DM
gonna
needs a
add that
magic
now.
item.
You should
Make it a
No, I-
Scooby-Doo collar.
No, I actually really like that, but can't just give it to you. You're gonna have to find
My
it.
blood is clotting.
So what are you doing? What's your plan? You got 4 doors, a desk, and a staircase.
I'm gonna look at the desk.
All
Does
right.
it have drawers?
It does on the other side.
Ransack it. Just kidding. I'm
All
kidding.
right.
Right. Slowly open.
Carefully going through the
Wait.
drawers.
Actually, I check for traps.
Wow,
Whoa!
that's a crazy thought.
Or like any type of like alarm system.
Uh-huh.
How do I do that? Do
I
just
think you
my
can
dex?
roll with proficiency because of your thieves
Checking for
tools.
traps, I believe, is an investigation.
Yes, and he gets proficiency with thieves tools if he has.
What'd you get?
1.
No, this is a desk. Open the desk. Everything's fine.
Did you add your proficiency with thieves tools?
It's a 1.
It's just going. But I can't hear it. There's like a silent spell. It's like from Sly 1 where the.
All right.
Anyway,
So,
alright, do they need papers?
all the drawers open pretty easily. It is mostly papers and documents in the top drawer. Some old parchment, some scrolls,
Can I do like a quick skim of anything that
and a
might look
little
important?
ledger. Yes, most of these are architectural diagrams. The larger... He's taking the art... Oh my gosh, he's taking the architectural plans. All right. Others appear to be business and government letters. Very... Some of these look like drafts, very formal. They all appear to be marked by a certain signet or royal seal with an M and an L in a deep blue seal. And you've pretty much collected everything from those drawers of interest. There is one drawer at the bottom, though, that is locked.
This won't end poorly. I do lock picking.
Okay.
How do I do that?
So that's definitely.
Don't I have a dex and then add my proficiency?
Yeah, but I think you get to double it if you do have thieves tools.
I do have thieves tools.
Yeah, double your proficiency, I think.
What's with the readying the Glock check? Okay, there we go.
You had to ready it.
I said 12, and then what? It was proficiency, so it's plus 2, 3? 3. Yeah.
And the number is?
15.
Well, that's actually the DC. Congratulations. The drawer opens. Moving back to Rainy, who is still sweeping, all of a sudden, Rainy, are you outside still? On the porch? Wait, did Jacob go and not come back yet?
No.
Okay. Are you...
What?
I'm talking to you. Are you still on the balcony sweeping?
Yeah, I'm back.
Ooh.
Are you good?
I don't know. Did that guy leave? Like, did I hear him go?
Yeah, a little bit of time has passed as well. So,
Is there anything out here?
this balcony is completely empty. Outside of some leaves and a fair bit of, like, trash.
How long do you think it would take to sweep that?
I mean, probably about, like, 20 minutes, which is probably already passed because we've been doing things with the other people. So if you want to just get it done, you probably can.
I'll do it. Why not?
All right, Rainey has just finished. Well, actually, you got to give me a cleaning roll that's dex based. So give me a dex check.
Oh, I rolled in D&D Beyond when I have my real dice. A 6.
Yeah, you've never really cleaned stuff, so like you kind of just shove stuff into the corners and like off of the balcony into the
I
yard.
roll my real dice and I get a nat 20. God damn it.
What, do you want to use that?
Was not beautiful.
For the clean up to you, DM.
Not
Well,
really
she
like
is a woman, and I have now made the joke I want to make. I'm gonna roll a d4, and if it's a 3 or 4, I'll substitute the 20. Alright, I'm substituting the 20. So, initially, Rainey was about to just mindlessly sweep stuff off the balcony, and then she specifically remembered 2 weeks ago, an hour ago, Martin said, other people just freaking shove stuff off of the balcony and then into the yard below and make a mess, and I'm sick of it, so please do a good job, yada yada. So just as you were about to do that with your 6, another part of your brain went, no, he told me not to do that. I will find another way. And so you actually begin piling everything together into one specific area so that it can then be collected in a bag or sack of some sort later to be discarded. And while there isn't a bag or sack on hand, you pretty much get everything in one little square near the door where it can be easily collected. And you're pretty much done now. You just have to get someone to get a bag or a sack or something.
All right.
All right.
Is-
So now what?
I'm going to go back to searching through the rooms.
Great. Now, just as you finish and as you go back to searching through the rooms, you hear from one of the rooms that you're about to check, "What?" And then storming out of the door is Martin. He goes, have you finished? Great. Keep a broom this room. I'll be back. Then he frantically goes down the stairs and out the door.
Uh-oh.
I peeked into that room. Does it look like anything interesting?
Oh yeah. This is like one of the guest rooms, it looks like. The 2 beds, but also a desk. There's some little boxes of stuff. You don't really know what he was working on here, but there's stuff to check out.
I'm going to start checking.
All right. So there's dressers with some fine clothes. It looks like now he was actually probably organizing those. In some of the little boxes, there's some like socks. Some of them are really nice, look very cozy. And you're realizing there's not much of interest in here outside of some of these fancy clothes. There is a piece of paper on, or rather a set of papers on the central table, which appears to be like metal plated or engraved. Very, very fancy. And those papers also contain a small ledger. Like it's actually a little ledger, and then the papers are wedged in between the ledger.
Interesting. What's on the ledger?
Well, you open up the ledger and realize this is in fact a spell book.
Oh,
Now it is not. Well, do an Arcana check, and then we'll see. We'll see if this conversation continues.
Arcana. All right. Rolling a real dice.
Go ahead.
24.
So these actually aren't fully articulated spell instructions. This is a shorthand. You're not really sure what the use of that is. You're fairly certain wizards would not use something like this. They're much more meticulous. What this is a cobbled together scrap collection of ideas, spells, potential spells, casting recommendations, and little descriptions. And then you flip a little bit further through the book, and now it actually just has like a bunch of names from contracts, presumably. So now your Arcana check is no longer applicable. As you're flipping through, you realize this is kind of an everything notebook, which is just sporadically stuff is written everywhere. So this is business dealings, this is spell shorthands, this is like a personal diary. It's kind of all over the place.
Anything juicy?
Well, there is one section in the personal diary that is complaining about family ostracization. And Martin is basically complaining in this section that the rest of his family is just angry because he now has the job he does because he wasn't a murderer, and everyone else that's been cut out has been cut out for good reason. But now, because he's in a position of power, they feel like he's not qualified, even though he totally is, and is very unfair. And he's done trying to make amends. He's just going to cut them out of his life.
Could I like mess with his spell things so that if he tries them, they'll like backfire?
From what you understand, no, because it doesn't look like this is something he actually casts from. You're not entirely sure if he is a caster, even. These are, it seems like he kind of knows what he's talking about, but he's mainly aggregating knowledge and making little observations here and there. It's not like a book of spells, exactly.
Do any of the names jump out at me?
Not particularly. Most of the spells that you're like familiar with are the really famous ones that are named after people. These just have like variants and brainstorming of ways to take acid splash and, for example, use it a little differently than standardly applied. Ways to formulate the bubble, ways to turn the bubble into a spear by combining it with a spell like Ice Spike, like stuff like that. Where he's actually just like, what if I cast this and this at the same time and then it did this? And then he's theorizing that, writing it out. There's some commentary on some lower level spells, on like utility, how they would be used, stuff that he's done before. But
What
no.
about like the names of people that were later in the book?
You don't recognize many of them, but hey, if you roll a history check, maybe some of them will step out. You've been in Lucine.
I just found this
It's-
guy's engineering journal from MOT engineering class.
He really did.
That's also a 24 because I rolled another 17.
You actually recognize a lot of these names. Primarily, these are people that were pretty high ranking in the noble houses. Some of these guys are actually military, one of which is Dutch Conway, who was one of the meanest, brutish people you ever had the displeasure of working with.
A Dutch.
And you're trying to remember what exactly his rank was. You're fairly certain that he was a veteran that like started his own business and everyone was getting a bunch of press around it. And this was probably a few years ago when they were trying to do a bunch of reforms in the industry, and it was a whole political kissing baby bonanza, whatever. But you remember the guy was literally the worst. You served with him once or twice. He started his company and then he kind of abandoned the military stuff, but a lot of his tactics are very manipulative and he's just kind of rude and demanding. So that's someone you've actually worked with. Then there's another name, Gingle, which, yeah,
Gingle!
You unfortunately know all about Gingle. There's some others.
Remind me.
Yes.
Of course. For the audience, remind them who Gingle is.
Yeah. Gingle is the leader of House Tiana or Taylor. I forget because they both start with T. I'm pretty sure it's Tiana. I gotta pull up my Lucine lore document.
It's Tiana, yeah.
It is House Tiana.
Now that I know where to look, I went and looked.
Yeah,
at this.
Gingle was a very weird, very strange individual that is
A halfling that looks like a goblin.
Correct.
Quote, just the worst.
just the
Valer.
worst. So pretty much everyone knows about what's going on there.
All right.
Now there are some other people on this list too, which all seem to be from the de Lumiere family. This seems to be not a family rant. This is actually a little business connection thing. Some of the names that you recognize are Stellaris de Lumiere. Another name that you recognize is Stetson de Lumiere. And another name that you don't recognize but has the de Lumiere name is Mary de Lumiere. You kind of know that these are Stellaris. You definitely recognize Stetson. You kind of maybe there's a lot of S and M de Lumieres, so it's kind of hard to keep track. But they are people. You don't really know where they fit in. And the next page is where it gets into the family rant. So apparently he was trying to organize some business dealings with these family members and then just got a little bit more unhinged. Those are the main names that you recognize. Outside of one more unusual one, which also strikes you from the military, particularly because it's someone who is a bit of a mythic character, if I can find the information on him, which is buried in a document from like a year ago. Where is he? I'm looking. Give me 1 sec.
You have 12 seconds to comply.
All right, I can totally do that. There it is. Lionel Reinhardt.
Reinhardt.
Now, Lionel Reinhardt is an interesting name because that is Xerxes' second in command. He's basically the personal head of the Lucine elite military. Like everything that is in Lucine proper is lorded over by him. And what this page talks about is operations to convert the noble house's own military forces and aggregate them into Lucine proper, so that each territory is also directly controlled by Lionel Reinhardt.
Okay.
All right. Well, now that you've had your fun in the sun, Groucho, you have been just absolutely rummaging through some of this stuff. And most of these are contracts, all of which have signatures and emblems that indicate from which parties they were signed. One of the most notable and relevant is a contract from a certain Oogly Boogly of Königsberg, which signs away the docks to be owned, operated, and maintained directly by Lucine proper. And a contingent contract, essentially I don't know what it's called, but a contract that's like, yeah, we would do this. It's not like in place, but it's like you're also agreeing that we're moving towards this. And that is that Königsberg itself will become a port city owned, operated, staffed by Lucine proper. Oogly Boogly's signature is legitimate, as is his stamp. It is also disclosed how much money the man made from this deal, and it was 100,000 gold pieces.
That's like a lot.
It's like 6 or 7. At least.
At least.
Now, in terms of, keep in mind, this is 100,000 gold pieces for signing away the docks to be operated and dockmasters sent from Lucine proper to control that. Now, the actual ownership of the city itself has not been assigned a price, but there's a separate contract, a preliminary contract discussing Ukali's agreeableness to that deal in the near future.
So they're buying Königsberg for Lucine?
Yep.
Put that in my pocket.
Yes.
Bag. Thing.
Now, another contract that is
Who
notable.
controls the contract on Königsberg?
Another contract that is notable and nearly the same form is that land that has been owned and operated by independent yeoman farmers in House Diana is to be forcefully removed from them with Lucine proper to install their own farmers. House Diana partially has some members, farmers, that are operating land owned by the lords of House Diana. This deal is not talking about them. This deal is talking about independent yeoman farmers who have their own lords and they are in Tiana territory and therefore pay a tax to be protected by Tiana's guards, but they are not lords of House Tiana themselves. Those lords are to be forcibly.
I should leak this to the press.
Those lords are to be forcibly evicted and replaced. All right, now there are other contracts that are drafted that are pretty much all the same thing for every other noble house. None of them has been signed. Gingle's signature stains the House Tiana one. Zara contract is drafted. It's the same thing. These are all blanket statements. I don't know how much your character knows about the independence of the farming in each location. They are all a little bit different. If you want to make a history check, you could see what you know about each location and what they do. But all of these contracts have serious ramifications for the way that these worked.
How many contracts are there? Like, is it like a huge amount?
It is
or
a
it-
huge amount. I am filtering through for the ones that are most relevant, and these are also the ones that are on top. So there are other ones that are bound up.
How many
and are
like
not easily
pounds
seen.
of paper would this be?
I don't know. And I'll give you an answer in reams. It's about 2 reams of paper. I don't know how many pounds 2 reams is, but this is 2 reams of contracts. Now, a lot of these contracts are 10, 12 pages long, but yeah.
£10.
All right. 10 pounds of paper.
20 pounds of paper.
All right. Now, as you are looking through, nope.
He's gonna bust in.
As you are looking through the other contracts, the door swings open.
Shoot the gun.
Martin walks in. Behind him, 2 guards. And he says,
I'm Jay chilling. in the
"What
chair.
exactly do you think you are doing?" For reference, the individual who stands before you looks like so. You can't laugh at him.
That's my reaction. He walks in and just.
Martin
point
walks
blank.
up to you and says, "What exactly is so funny? You, a thief, caught rummaging in my contract drawer on my
whoa.
property with no escape.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I did not steal anything.
You
I'm
are
just
reading privileged
reading.
information. The knowledge of what you have read
Makes
counts
me-
as theft.
Start
You,
a fire.
wait a minute. You were here earlier, the one with the daughter. Or niece, I don't care. You're probably not even related.
All right.
Submit for arrest immediately. You are being
activating flame
detained.
Tongue rape here. I'm setting things on fire.
Are you actually?
Yeah.
Roll for initiative.
Roll for fire.
All right.
Oh!
Buckle up, buddy. Buckle up.
Oh dear.
Time for me to
I have-
do it.
I have 2 phrases already prepared.
Just get ready.
One of
all I
them
can
will be for
say.
my death.
It's time to
Well, this is an interesting combat. It was not in the heart of the cards, but is now happening. Real quick, smart fella, what have you been doing in this interim?
Just eating glue.
sniffing a dog's behind.
Smart fella. Is John asleep again? I'm gonna kill him. John,
Record scratch.
for real. This man can't keep falling asleep.
Poke. Poke.
I'm gonna call him.
I
Otherwise, I have
tried
to
to
go to
open
the other
Discord
room.
to message him, and it just like crashed to the main thing, but my pop out kept working.
I messaged him a million pokes.
He's idle on Discord.
Bro.
This is not a good sign.
This is not good.
Poke. Poke.
My call's been forwarded to anonymous. Fine, smart fella's eating glue in the corner. Okay.
Why?
Alright, Siobhan,
Grudge-
you're walking around like
Grudge-
you're owning the
Roger
place.
dies because Smart fella's eating glue in the corner.
Siobhan.
I
Where you going? What are you doing?
well, I really just wanted to. I actually just really wanted to take a look around the gardens. That was possible.
Are you going north?
Yes, please.
Alright. The other guards are screaming to 2 other guards, saying, "I don't know, it's just something about the way he looked at me." And the other guards are going, "A barn owl?" And then the guys go, "What are you guys afraid of, birds or something? Get back there. What's the big deal?" But an owl. And then Siobhan just walks over, and the guards go, "Hey, what are you doing?"
And so, well, earlier I came by a bit earlier.
"No, there's the owl." And the other guards like cower up against the wall.
And I, I'd gotten a bit turned around a bit, but I was actually looking for my owl, and I found her, and I just wanted to say thank you to anybody who might have found her and taken care of her while she was here. So, thank you.
Oh, no worries, carry on. And the other guard immediately looks at the guy that just sat there and goes, what are you talking about? She's trespass. I mean, no, that's, yeah, no worries, carry on.
She's past trust.
And then the third guard goes, uh-oh, I guess it's none of my business then.
Okay, thank you.
Al gives her the evil eye.
Somebody just get stabbed somewhere? I heard a yell.
Yeah, Josh is actually in war. All right,
That wasn't him.
Siobhan,
Who was that?
who was that then?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
You carry on into the
It
gardens,
sounded far away.
which unfortunately
There you go.
appear to be in ruin. The trees have been burned, apparently caught fire. They're stained by acid. That may have been what actually started them to be caught on fire in the first place. And so there's dust, burnt wood, rubble everywhere. There are some statues of silver dragons and crystal dragons around here, but some of them have also been melted by acid breath. One is still intact and looks very beautiful, and it is a silver dragon with its head sort of coiling around its right shoulder, and its like right arm is up with 3 fingers sticking out, and its other hand is actually holding a magical orb.
Right, is there anything I can notice about it? Maybe like, perhaps if it's something like any inscriptions or anything on there, any magical symbols that I could recognize.
There is an inscription. Do you speak Draconic?
Siobhan?
Mm-hmm.
Navash Navan. No.
Well, you can't read that.
But at the same time, can I try to, as best as I can, write the symbols down?
Sure.
Okay.
In the process of writing, however, you hear some commotion from the side, and you can hear Martin, the man who quickly dismissed you, say, "My contract drawer! In my contract drawer! Can you believe it? You, with me! Come! And they walk down the promenade and fling open the door, like rushing, completely ignoring you.
Can I go over?
Yes, you may. As you make your way over, they've passed through an iron door in a section of wall that wasn't destroyed and are now marching down south towards the path leading to the room down there. Are you following?
Yes.
At a casual pace?
Can I use my... I think this would be a good time. They seem to be going really fast, and I want to know what's the big idea. Like, what's the big deal? What's got them all bothered? So, by opening my mind and reading their thoughts.
Okay. Whose thoughts? The big guy? Noble?
Which one would be closer?
They're all about the same distance away.
Okay, I'll try the noble first.
Alright. Is this the one where I give you surface level thoughts? And then you gotta probe deeper?
Yes.
Alright. Surface level is anger, kill, anger, kill. Sword.
Well, I should technically roll first.
Miara.
I'm not overwhelmed by their thoughts.
I guess that's true.
Mm-hmm. So I have to beat, it's 3 of them, so I have to beat a 15.
Alright. Good
How
luck.
was that throw? Aye.
Failure?
Siobhan, come on.
Failure.
Oh, and that 20.
Oh, okay. So are you probing deeper now?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I'll kill the bastard. Acid splash? No. Cloud kill? No. That'll stain everything. No. What do I... What if I just stab him 27 times? I could stab him 27 times. Alright, he then opens the door and flings it open. Alright.
Am I able to tell who he's talking about?
Nope.
Okay,
He doesn't even know who he's talking about.
Okay, well, can I follow along?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
How quickly do you plan on covering the now 60 feet at walking pace, or are you going for sprint?
No, I'm going to try running.
All right, I'm going to try running. All right. Just as Grodger draws his flame tongue rapier and Martin steps up, Siobhan busts open the door behind 2 guards. Roll for initiative.
This changes a lot.
Oh boy. Hey, Uncle Roger.
Now's not the time for conversation. They're about to kill each other. Roll initiative.
Okay.
What did you get for initiative, Nick?
4.
Great! And what about you, Siobhan?
Yeah, Siobhan's a special kid, and she actually got 3.
Great. Martin is not even going to leave, jumping in front of the desk. He pulls out his rapier, points it at Grodger, and immediately the rapier begins glowing a cool, icy blue. You need to make a Constitution saving throw, Grodger.
I'm pretty good at these. I'm not good at these.
He begins cursing and waving his rapier in the air. I'm gonna guess you didn't get a 17 or higher?
Oh no.
Okay, great news. In terms of damage, that's 14 poison damage, and you are poisoned until the end of your next turn. And that is actually probably going to end Martin's turn. The only other thing he does is from his bracelet on his left hand, he flicks his wrist, does a quick motion with his hand, and the bracelet warps out to creating a blue shield of pure energy. He now has his rapier drawn, parallel splitting his face, his buckler energy shield, and he is ready to kill the crap out of you. Meanwhile, the 2 guards somewhat are surprised by Siobhan's entry and just go in for a stab, one of which is a 17 and the other is a 1. Does the 17 hit?
17 does hit.
Alright, 5 piercing damage to Siobhan.
I should not make it out of this.
The other guard is somewhat hesitant to attack and sort of half-heartedly lunges his spear at you and then says, it's just a kid! Someone's dying. I'm pretty sure that's Carson or something. Alright.
Josh.
Okay.
It's one of the guards.
Alright, Grodger, you're up.
Alright, it's quite simple what I'll do here. How high are the crates? Or whatever's in the lining the room on the side.
Those are chairs and a sofa, so they're not crates.
Alright. I'm gonna do a very tactical move here.
Mm-hmm.
Observe.
What are you doing?
How far am I away from Martin?
10 feet.
Cool.
The only thing separating you is a desk. And
I'm gonna run around him.
Like this? Oh, just leave?
Yeah.
Alright. Hop over a chair, and are you doing full sprint?
Depends on how far I can get.
Oh, 12 feet plus. You're gonna need to do an acrobatics to get over the furniture.
Okay. Well, here's nothing.
But distance is not the problem. Oh, what's your acrobatics?
That actually worked out very well. 23.
Alright, you're totally fine. You vault over the furniture, hop on the couch. You are in range of one of the guards. Are you going straight for the door?
Shoot, I don't have this much time to think.
You don't have this much time to think.
Uh,
What's your immediate impulse?
Sure.
Door. Alright. Are you leaving, Siobhan?
No. So,
Grabbing your hand?
sure.
Alright, Siobhan, do you accept being led by Grouger?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. How much more movement do you have? Let's see. You use 45 feet. Are you going another
I'm gonna go
45?
I'm doing it all in movement. at this
Alright,
point.
so that's a full 90. Straight north?
Sure.
Alright. Excellent. Alright. Martin, as you're running away, says, "It's not going to be that easy!"
And he shoots a laser beam.
He's
Cast
gonna run.
disintegrate.
He's gonna run 30 feet to the door jam. What options does he have? He is going to cast Chill Touch. A spectral hand grabs you for a 22, dealing a total of 18 necrotic damage. You are being clung to. You cannot regain hit points until the start of your next turn. Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, the guards are gonna rush out as well. Going as fast as they can. They're not quite gonna catch you.
I
But
don't know where I am. Right?
Wait, I didn't get a move. No, was my move to go?
your movement was Grouger's movement.
Okay, cool. No
Unless,
problem.
now you can do something else if you would like to. But nothing was really in range. You would have had to attack them as they were leaving.
You better cast disintegrate.
He doesn't have it. I didn't give it to him.
I'm level 1. No.
Level 1.
Oh no. Alright. Both of the
Wait.
guards are gonna cast Magic Missile.
Wait, can I use mine?
What?
I'm going to cast. Well, gosh, this is not good. No, it's not good at all.
Does a 16 hit, Grouger?
16?
Yeah. Alright, excellent. One of the magic missiles hits for a total of, oh my gosh, 10 piercing damage. That was almost a max damage roll on
You
magic
rolled a
missile.
hit for magic missile.
Oh no, you don't, I'm dumb. He just dies. That's right, so the other one hits as well. So that's not 10, that's actually 17.
I shouldn't have said
17
anything.
total? Yep, you shouldn't say anything. It's too late.
I just get a message from Nick that's just the neutral.
That's pretty funny. Alright. Siobhan, it is your turn. It is also Grouger's turn.
Alright, so I'm going to. I see Roger and I'm still holding his hand, and I'm going to say, it'll be alright, and I'm going to cast 2 runes.
Wow.
You get 9 points of healing, I'm sorry.
That's better than 0.
Yeah.
Alright. Valera is currently nosediving and squawks as he's doing it, and all of a sudden an arrow flies onto the ground near one of the guards, and again near the other guards. And then you hear Valera curse because he missed twice, and he is continuing his nosedive.
She goes, shit.
Alright, Roger.
Alright. I have to get a new plan now. If only I had a boomerang.
Oh, wait, do you need one?
Oh
I literally have one equipped.
my gosh! Siobhan, you have to give it to Grouger. You have to use the free action to give it to Grouger. You have to use the free action to give it to Grouger. You have to.
I'm going to say I read his mind, and I heard.
Yes! That's
Do you
perfect.
need this?
I have a
Do you need
boomerang.
My greatest weapon.
I passed my boomerang to him. I'm gonna unequip it now.
I immediately know what to do with this. I threw the boomerang.
And who?
The guard on the left.
Alright.
24.
Well, that hits.
Boom. How does it feel? Wait. I should have did that in a different order. Alright, 6 damage.
6 damage. Alright, the guard goes, ugh!
On the other guard, I will cast my funny ability.
Your funny
He's
ability.
got to make a wisdom saving throw. And
He failed.
My wisdom.
Well,
He
okay.
did fail.
What did you get? What did you
one.
get? Oh, he got a 10. Alright, he didn't fail.
That's fine.
Alright. Let's see. Back to Martin. What do I have at my disposal? Excuse me. That'd be
Don't
great.
use everything at your disposal.
I'm gonna need both of you to make wisdom saving throws.
They're dead.
For what? Which one? Wisdom?
Yes,
Okay. Uh huh.
Oh, both of us?
both of you.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh. Oh. 9.
Failure.
9 as well.
Failure. I will tell you what you have to do soon. For right now, you are stunned by a wave of confusion and feel panic. You don't know what to do. Everything just becomes. This is actually convenient. It is the guards' turns, I think. Well, actually, did either of you want to move? I'm guessing you each wanted to move 30 feet, right? Still running away? Alright, then let's do that. Because you should really be up here. Now you're up there. But, I might not be able to help you anymore. You can't take reactions. Roger and Siobhan, could you both roll me a d10?
Select from there.
I forgot what shape that was. 5.
9.
Alright, Grudger, you don't move or take actions. Siobhan, you can act normally. There's still confusion in your head, but Grudger is completely.
I'm hitting the gritty.
Yeah. Alright.
If I slap him, can I clear his mind?
No.
Okay.
Well,
Can I slap him
No.
anyway?
you certainly can.
Wake up, Roger.
Alright, Grudger, make a wisdom saving throw. Now that your turn is over. And then Siobhan, what do you want to do? Valaire's
16.
swooping in. Alright, Rip. Nope, you're still confused. Valaire's going in with the most attack. Oh! Only one of those hits. But the guard is dead. Bleh.
How far away up am I from that other guard?
Probably like 45 feet.
Dead.
45 feet? And
Yeah.
he make Constitution saving throw.
He certainly can try. He didn't succeed. Oh yeah, Martin needed to move 30 feet as well. Also, this guard would have moved 30 feet to keep up with you guys, but it's
Okay,
neither, it's
so
neither here nor there.
3 points of cold damage,
Okay.
and he has disadvantage on his next weapon attack roll.
All right. Isn't that happy?
He's covered in frost.
All right. Now, 2 other guards are seeing you guys approach and say, "Hey, stop!" Both are going to cast magic missile. One at Grouger, one at Siobhan.
I'm casting shield.
Grouger takes 8 damage. Siobhan, shield stops magic missile, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Look at that. Equipped and ready. Now, smart fellow who's asleep, I mean picking his nose, I mean doing who knows what, all of a sudden starts hearing some commotion and is gonna meander his way over, and he's gonna run a full 60 feet, attempting to catch up with the group that is now fleeing in the open courtyard. All right. Trying to think, what else we got going on here? What else do we got going on here? Am I missing anyone?
Ready?
I don't think I'm missing anyone. All right.
I couldn't have heard what's going on yet, could I?
No, because you're inside.
Yeah.
And the other guards are still playing chess, so they haven't figured it out yet either. They're just like, whatever. I'm trying to figure out, I feel like I skipped someone or something, but I don't think I did. The line went, the guards are here. No, I didn't skip anyone. Alright, which means now it is Martin's, oh, Siobhan, you can roll another wisdom saving throw. That's what I was forgetting before I do this.
12.
Alright, failure. You're still confused. Martin's turn. Cool. Cool. I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna go a classic Ray of Sickness on Grouger. It's a 28 to hit. And that's a 19 damage. Poison.
I'm down.
Grouger's down.
Yeah.
All right. Martin moves up another 30 feet. And says to Siobhan, "Surrender, little girl." Volaire is not done. He's actually going to opportunity attack Martin. He misses because he's a little piss baby. And Volaire is then going to walk over and try to kill him dead. One of his attacks hits with a short sword for a total of 5 whole piercing damage to Martin, who is then going to turn around to the bird. The guard's going to try to stab Volaire and miss. The other 2 guards are running forward, and they are now mandating that you surrender. However, you are still confused. Roger, make a death saving throw. Siobhan, roll a d10.
Just kill AFK.
No, he left. He's not an AFK.
What?
There we go. He's back. Hold
Does
up.
internet just go down?
Oh, look who's awake. So,
Nah, I was never asleep.
you were picking your
Where
nose
were you?
in the corner in the rubble, and eventually you heard a scuffle, and you are now running towards the fight. Grouger has just been knocked unconscious, and Siobhan is screaming, and they're being surrounded by guards. All of this happens as you run over. You were just picking your nose in the rubble. So,
I'm screaming, "We surrender, just let me help him, please."
all right.
Can I have heard that?
Yeah, roll perception. And I'll have the guards roll perception too. One of the guards at the window goes, "Hold on, there's something going on out there."
17
Walk
again on a different die.
17.
On camera, if you can see
You
it.
felt like you heard something, weren't too worried about it, but you also
Well,
heard the guard react to it, which
yeah.
tells you it probably is something to worry about.
Hmm.
So the guards
I
have
guess.
run out.
I'll meander my way, there's probably no rush.
Yeah. All right.
Are they letting me heal him or no?
Yes. So they have stopped. Martin has stopped. Volaire surrenders, and Martin looks at him immediately after getting stabbed by the short sword. Where's the music? I have so many tabs. And he just says, "Stupid bird. All of you are here to cause trouble, I see. What are you doing, smart fella?"
Our fella doesn't know what he's doing.
Well, you just walked up to help, and then they just surrendered, so.
How many people are there?
1, 2, 3, 4.
He just immolates.
Roger, you get 13 hit points.
Alright, I'm not dead.
Alright, smart fellow, what are you doing? 2 of the guards are looking at you, shouting, "Halt! Lay down your weapons! Freeze!"
Whoa, what's going on over here?
What's going on over here? Perhaps you can tell me that. You're spies, aren't you? Trespassing, stealing my contracts. Who sent you? Are you from House Zara? Zara spies. To think that House Zara would spy on House de Lumiere. What times we are in. It is ridiculous. I should have you all killed.
Siobhan is literally terrified. She is.
And you're sending children.
People Lazara.
Like, she just manages to send the last bit of magic into Roger to revive him, and then she leans in terrified.
Sir, I'm just a soldier, a farmer.
Roll a persuasion check.
Wait, that's Bluppleto.
Well, that did not go well.
19 plus or minus whatever.
This will
All
be
right.
fine.
Martin gets even more angry, and he says, "I cannot believe House Zara sending children, imbeciles. Look at him. This man is innocent, isn't he? And you're just bringing him along for your schemes. What did they tell you to do?"
Yes.
Cuts to him and he blinks one eye at a time.
And it's manual. Extremely manual.
All right. The other
He's
guards.
also he remembers to breathe.
The other guards arrive finally. Everyone is filtering in to encircle this.
Everyone?
Yes, including Rainy now finally
Everybody.
shows up.
The whole time Siobhan's just going, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry."
All right, seeing Rainy, Martin goes, "Did you know about this?
About what?
They're spies. You were traveling with them, were you not?
We just picked him up on the road.
Ah, and did you not think to interrogate them? Did they have papers? Were they contracted? What do you know about these people?
Well, his name's Groger. And her name's Shaban, and that's smart fella.
Technically, don't worry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Nah, that was it. That's about what I know.
Were you assigned them? Who are you working for directly in House Zara?
Who was my old commander? Perry P. Winifred.
Perry P. I don't know that name. Now, he assigned you. Did he assign them under your leadership? What is this? You need to tell me exactly what you know about them.
He got fired for being problematic. He had like a thing against hill giants or something like that. It was a whole big thing. You can read about it on twitter.com. So we were coming here to get to make the delivery and then find new instructions.
Under whose orders? Not Perry P. Winifred.
Well, I mean, it was a whole thing. Things are messy right now.
Roll for persuasion.
I don't think she's very good at persuading. It's +0. Natural 1 +0.
Don't withhold or lie to me. Withholding information, lying, you won't get far there. I thought I could trust you, but you're showing me that I can't. Who assigned you to this mission?
His name is Vesper?
Who the hell is Vesper?
That's why I didn't want to tell you.
I know the ranking commanders of everyone at House Zara. Unless they are withholding information from me. This Vesper, he is with House Zara?
General Inktal, and he's new. Brigadier General.
Brigadier General? I didn't know they use those ranks in House Zara. Don't they have a different ranking system?
Like I said, things are messy right now.
Things are messy right now. Roll for persuasion again.
18 +0.
Thank you for being honest with me. I fear that your compatriots, hopefully unbeknownst to you, I would assume, are in fact spies from House Zara. In the mess, it appears that they sought to take advantage of this opportune time to gain information and steal my contracts. Private information.
I don't have any contracts. Every contract falls out.
These
are not for your eyes.
Wait, I want
reams of paper.
Can I try something?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna try to connect with his mind and speak with his mind, and basically go. I'm trying to psychically imitate his voice. So should I roll for performance?
Yes. You're trying to psychically imitate his voice in his own head?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, what is? I don't know what you're planning, but yes, roll performance.
It's like his inner.
His inner
This is your conscience.
Let him go.
You got a what?
18.
Okay, go ahead, speak.
I go. Don't be too hard on them.
What the?
There's more to this story.
What the hell was that?
Wait
a minute.
What?
Hold on. Wait. And then he turns to the guard and he goes, "Give me that item that tells me if someone can do magic and crap." And the guard goes, "Oh, sir, are you sure you want to use that item? It's sort of a plot contrivance." And he goes, "No, I need it. I don't care, damn it. Get me the item." And the guard goes, "Yes, sir."
It's a little Deus Ex.
And then Martin goes, "I'm going to have him retrieve my Deus Ex item. I need it. I feel that one of you may be messing with me, and I need a Deus Ex right now. And I make the rules, damn it. Let you all know that Martin de Lumiere makes the rules in these parts."
The Deus Ex.
So not only are you spies, but you're also magicians, frauds. You, I will hang. You have seen things your eyes are not fit to see. The rest of you...
I
Could
have yet
it
to
be
decide what
that you're
to do.
stealing land?
I'm not stealing land. It's been signed away to me. Oops. I
You
mean,
good
none of you else
people-
are supposed to know. Well, they
You
don't know
don't
what I'm talking about.
understand. He's stealing land from the peasants. Realize that it could be your family.
All right, Martin immediately holds up one of the contracts and goes, Everybody, I'm stealing land from the peasants. And then he turns back to Roger and says, see, no one cares.
One guy cares, but he's like, I gotta keep
Yeah.
my job.
All right, the other guard returns and said, sir, here's the unnamed magical item that lets you tell if someone can practice magic. Then Martin says, oh, good, we need to name this as soon as possible. Now, I only have 3 casts. I'm going to assume that the imbecile cannot cast magic. And he casts it on Roger, and he goes, this man is impotent. He cannot cast magic. And he moves on to
This man
Jovan.
is sterile.
He moves on to Jovan. He says,
Before he can,
uh-huh.
can I just like she's like throwing herself on her, well, no, she goes and she says, if you don't want to start a war with the elves of the Kyril Plateau, you will leave me and my friends alone.
Roll for deception.
Am I deceiving?
Yeah? Because you're implying that you're with the elves of the Kyril Plateau, and in fact not with House Zara.
But
Well, for
I-
Zara either.
but my father,
Oh, that's my narrative.
not necessarily mine.
Alright, fine. Persuasion. It doesn't matter. He's still going to roll an insight check against you, so.
Come on.
Yeah, but if his deception, if her
It's a
deception's higher
nine.
than
It's a 9.
Alright. Martin is taken aback and says, let's come back to that. For right now, I'm going to scan you with the scanning stick. And then he scans you with the scanning stick and says, well, what are you again, Malachi? I mean, Jovan? I don't feel like checking your character sheet. What
He
is...
goes, female. Wait,
Give
really?
me your class and subclass, please.
She's also she's a sorcerer.
What kind of sorcerer?
She's not sure.
Okay.
well, he's.
But I have a stick that tells me your subclass.
Oh well, no, I mean like you just
He's
want me
not
to tell you just
asking.
how
He's getting a readout on.
I'm
his,
getting
on
meta
his-
knowledge from the magic
on
item.
his
Give me the
zombie
meta
infection
knowledge.
scanner from The Last of
Aberrant
Us.
mind. Yeah,
Aberrant mind sorcerer.
he
Great.
doesn't quite know. Yeah.
Well, Martin knows that. She doesn't know that. Martin's gonna go, an aberrant mind sorcerer? What the hell have we stumbled upon? And a child, no less? Curious.
Are my ears visible?
Yeah?
I'm going to say I do mean it.
I'm sure you do. We'll talk later. Right now I need to make sure the bird doesn't have any magical birdman powers. Nope, he's insolent as well. All right.
Pregnant.
No, I did not say that. All right, here, take the magical stick. I'm done with it. Oh, yes, sir.
Well, it's broken now, so.
All right.
Could I put out my hand for him to pass it to me? Like,
Yeah, he's just going to ignore it. Well, roll for... Okay, fine. Roll for persuasion.
You do it very persuasively.
14.
He runs past you, completely ignoring you.
He didn't even look.
Yeah, he didn't even look. All right. Martin continues. Well, things are getting certainly interesting. But your point has been taken. Let's handle things with delicacy. So, you're saying that you're not from House Zara, but you're in fact spies from the Kyril Plateau. I was unaware that elves made their ventures this far south and east.
Well, we heard that there's stuff going on, and we need to know.
Well, there certainly is, but it's none of your business. Stay on the Kyril Plateau like the fugitives that you are.
Well, according to the way that magic's been used recently, we've been a bit concerned, and so we were sent to investigate.
Magic, please.
Investigate. And who were you sent to investigate? By who?
By whom?
By whom? I don't know the grammar.
Lord Dwesaquan Doralis.
We were sent.
Did you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Barton's just gonna look at you and go, "That's not an elf name,"
No.
and then look at Siobhan again.
So
We were sent by the High Elf, the High Diviner. So Saralon, Alan Elf.
that was close.
Is that a real name? Is that your father's name?
Yes.
Oh boy. Okay. Roll persuasion with advantage.
The last name, I'm an elf.
Alan Elf. 26.
All right. Martin's eyes go narrow. His eyes are also quite notably interesting. They're white, exactly like Malachi's, and he has tiny, tiny pupils, and they go extremely narrow. And he says, "I know that name, and you're not lying."
Well, I wasn't lying either.
Shut up.
No, I told you my uncle and I were here. So, can you...
This situation has developed. If we are to continue, let's do this diplomatically. I'm going to have to contact some of my higher ups, and we're going to talk. Just know that I have the ability to kill you at any time. But I think it would be in both of our interests to pursue diplomacy from this point onwards.
Well, if you don't keep stabbing us, maybe we might have a chance.
I didn't stab any of you. I was debating using Cloud Kill, but I didn't want to use my furniture. I specifically, and you made the...
Matter of speech, you know what I mean. You know, for an adult, you're not... I'm sorry.
Don't finish that sentence, whatever you're saying. Don't finish that sentence. Rule one of diplomacy is you don't need to say everything that pops into your head, little girl.
Well, I am young. That's my excuse. I don't know about yours.
She has to put all of her opinions on her Tumblr blog.
All right.
Also, I will say you're not the best looking Lumir that I've ever seen.
Shut up.
All right, hold on.
Yeah, like a charming, handsome man.
That's the first thing he said that makes him angry. And he says, "I am of draconic sorcerer lineage. I am the fairest Azamar that roams this earth. How dare you? How dare you, insolent little girl? You are just saying that to make me angry. You know what? You've succeeded. Take them away and lock them in the brig."
Asmar.
Sir? Yes. The brig has been reduced to rubble. Take them away to my house, but lock them in the smallest room with all of the wooden ducks. Sure, sir. Well, take a guest room and take the beds out. I want them to sleep on the floor. That just seems... Why would we do that? Fine, just put them in a guest room and lock them away. I don't care. Take them away.
Siobhan's gonna curtsy, but in like a really sarcastic way.
All right. And Martin walks up to Rainey and says, we're going to talk.
Okay.
All
I
right.
feel like everything's gotten real complicated.
You're now being escorted
Can I-
by all of the guards.
I have a little homunculus. It's
Okay.
It's a tiny construct.
Not yet. I'm not. Whatever you're about to say, I'm not ready to do it yet.
It's a little
I-
Mr. Krabs.
I want to leave it with Garajan and Shaban. I want it to go with them.
A little homunculus? What does it look like? Why is this the first time I'm hearing about the little homunculus?
It's a little beetle named
You
Leo.
didn't tell the DM you have a little beetle homunculus? When was I to know?
Just
don't
gonna
know, it's
crawl
just
under
like-
my skin.
What? He's got a beetle homunculus. You didn't tell me.
We all know about
Yeah,
Leo
I
the
know.
beetle homunculus.
It wasn't like
Oh, everybody knew about the beetle homunculus except the DM. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know about the beetle homunculus. Was I supposed to read the 27th page of the character sheet? I didn't see the beetle homunculus.
It wasn't relevant. I
I
didn't
can't
expect you to
believe
know,
it.
That's why I'm explaining.
I can't believe he didn't tell me he had a beetle homunculus. What if I
have a
said,
beetle.
Jacob, what if I said you can't have a beetle homunculus? What would you have done? This was all
was
just
a
niggas
butterfly
pet me.
homunculus.
It's
I
all a
put it in the character
plan.
sheet and said it's right there. It says I can make it look like whatever I want.
Oh my gosh, I wish I had known he had a beetle homunculus. This changes everything. I have to rewrite 27 pages of lore.
He likes strawberries.
Sorry.
All right,
I
anyway.
think of the word homunculus, but I think it was smiling friends.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what you're thinking. I think of the Mr. Krabs meme where it says SpongeBob B-boy. That's my homunculus. I keep it on a
Alright.
state of euphoria to stop it from
So
killing everyone.
you guys are being escorted into one of the rooms on the second floor by the guards. None of you are putting up a fight, right?
No.
All right, great.
That's his
I'm,
personal
like,
office
almost
room,
dead.
isn't it?
No, I'm just pouting.
No,
Sophie.
it's not his personal office room. It's just somewhere he was working
Oh.
and reorganizing the wardrobe. All right, so they're dumped out there. 2 guards are stationed at the door, and then they say, "I'm gonna need you all to release all of your weapons."
Hey, you seen that scene from Sinbad?
No.
No, that was to you, Trevor.
Oh, no. The answer is the same, Nick.
All right. Well, carry on.
All right.
The old movie with Sinbad the Rapper or the animated movie?
The animated movie that defuncted DreamWorks 2D department.
Yes.
I put the GIF. That's me right now, or
Alright.
Grafter right now.
Martin is walking with Rainy, sans homunculus, I guess, now that I know about that. Are you guys all releasing your weapons?
Yes.
Great. you
Well,
release all
most
your-
of them.
Okay. What do you mean most of them?
Well, I have 98 knives, so one of them's got to be in like my shoe.
Roll stealth.
I don't.
So
I don't keep it like on my forehead. I just didn't
24.
like it's just in my pocket or something. I didn't like.
Oh, I don't actually care, but I just think it's really funny. I think it's...
Yvonne's not putting anything down. She's just folding her arms and saying, "You're going to have to take it from me."
Okay. They begin taking it from you.
Hold up, let them cook. I want to see them try.
All right,
this.
make a strength check.
No, she's not resisting. She's just going to
Oh,
like, this
Okay. All
this
right.
is really improper.
Well, they
This is
took it.
cruel and unusual.
And the guard
Wait,
said,
they're
it was
are they
improper
gonna-
for you to invade Martin's home territory. I mean, you should have
Are
known
they gonna
better.
take? Are they gonna take my helmet?
No.
Oh, they don't want the curse.
No.
Not-
They don't want the helmet. They're not taking the helmet.
So they only got,
What?
they
Because it
only
looks
got,
stupid.
Yeah.
they
All
only
right.
got
Is that the ball melting
gadgets.
helmet?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Meanwhile, Martin takes Rainey into the living room and says, "Sit."
I sit.
I could pee.
First of all, where in the world? Where is my notebook?
Huh?
Where's my notebook?
I don't know.
Roll deception.
I didn't take his book.
Didn't you? Did you leave it there?
I just read it.
Oh, and you left it.
I didn't do anything with it.
Okay, you put it back down where it originally was.
Sure.
Oh, okay. That changes a lot of things. There are a lot of things you don't know about. Okay. All right. That's important. All right,
When he
Martin.
was about to get disintegrated.
Martin pulls out his notebook and begins
Where's my
writing
notebook?
down.
I don't know. Good answer. Pulls out his-
All right, pulls out his notebook. It says, "All right, I need to take notes, and I'm going to be interviewing all of you. And I'm starting with you for simplicity. Hold on, I have a lot of Google Chrome tabs I need to close.
My notebook's out of RAM.
Just starts tearing pages out of his
I
notebook.
don't need this. I don't need this. We're turning off the ambience. I'm going to put on some fire ambience. Alexa, turn on the fireplace."
Sorry, I didn't find a group or device named Fireplace.
Damn it, Alexa! All right, I'll do it myself. Fireplace is on.
He's got a homunculus too.
All right.
Random servant named Alexa.
You know what's funny is
I said that in my room where there is no Alexa, but John has an Alexa in his room, and he probably has me not in headphones, so that makes that joke even funnier. Anyway, he says, "Okay, this page work? Yeah, this page." And he starts flipping through. Let's do it. Zara. So I'm confused. You're in a Zara uniform. Smart fella's in a Zara uniform. You're not with them. Correct?
With who?
With the whatever, the elf and the little girl and the other Zara guard and the bird.
Well, they're with us.
But how long have you been traveling with them?
Couple days.
Okay. And where did you pick them up?
Between here and Zara.
Okay. Did someone drop them off to you? Or did you just find them?
We're like the wet towels that go here.
That's a good question. We just kind of ended up together. It wasn't really,
Were you not on an assignment at the time?
I mean, no.
Zara really has management problems. So,
A little bit.
they were on assignment and you joined them. Is that-
We kind of all just had the same goal that we were all working towards.
And what's that goal?
To come here.
Okay. Why did you want to come here?
'Cause things are weird. Gotta figure out what's going on.
So you want a new job?
I guess.
Okay. Job. This is a strange way to start an interview process, but to each their own. And what about them? Did they say why they wanted to be here?
I think they mostly just wanted to, I don't know, come with us?
With us. There were more of you before you picked them up?
No, with me and Smart.
Oh! That
Smart.
makes more sense. His name is Smart.
Yeah.
And
fella.
your name is...
Rain Strauss per Dalen Verthissa Thurgiesh.
I don't want to spell that, but for my records, I am going to need to spell it. Could you please spell that for me?
RAINNENSH
S-H
TUAS
T-U-A-S
PERDA
P-E-R-D-A
LYNN
Y-N-N.
VER
Wait, when does the last name start with V?
Yes.
Okay, so Reinen Stuaperdelin V
ER
E-R
TH
T-H
ISA
I-S-A
THUR
T-H-U-R
GI
G-I
ESH.
E-S-H. Reinen Stuaperdelin Verthissa Thurgiesh.
Sure.
Alright. And Smart, his last name?
Fella.
Wow. Alright.
Oh, so insensitive.
He's got like a
So you're together,
degree in cattle.
not on assignment, quote. Things
livestock
are
management.
weird.
Livestock management.
And so who exactly did you pick up, you and Smart?
We sort of just bumped into them and they started traveling with us. It wasn't like an official thing.
Oh yes, but
Like,
it was just them.
Yeah.
You picked up, and their names.
There's, Groger, Siobhan, and
What is Roger's last name?
Griff?
Siobhan S-I-O-B-H-A-N?
I don't know. I didn't ask her how to spell it.
Your name is Reinen Stuaperdelin Verthissa Thurgiesh, and you don't know how to spell Siobhan?
I know how to spell my own name.
There.
There's a very logical retort.
Siobhan. You don't know her. Well, I actually can presume her last name now. If she's Make sure I get those. And what of the
Yeah, what's
bird?
yours?
Volaire.
No last name?
I don't know.
Alright, I'll have him ask. I'll just leave that
Bird.
blank for now. Alright. And they had cargo with them, correct? You didn't have the cargo to deliver, they did.
No, that was actually there was a different group. They got like they didn't want to deliver because the place was sort of kind of on fire. So they were just kind of like out there and they didn't know what to do. And we said, hey, we'll take it the rest of the way for you.
Passed
So
on
we
the delivery to you. You weren't doing it.
Yeah.
Interesting. That is a stupid idea. They should get in trouble. Do you have their names?
Not unless it's on the dossier. I didn't.
No, it wasn't.
I think they told me, but I didn't really remember it.
Oh, can you try? Well, no,
It feels like
actually,
it was like 3 weeks ago.
no, it's not. It's not important anyway. I have enough complaints with Zara. There's no point formally complaining about 2 guards sloughing off jobs, especially in this economy. And the whole dragon thing. Okay. I think I have a better understanding of events now. So you know very little about these people, other than they seemed reputable and wanted to come here for some reason.
Yeah, I guess so.
Did they tell you anything
I mean-
about why they wanted to come here?
No, I don't even know if they wanted to come here necessarily. They were just headed towards like
Going the same
This way.
direction. Okay.
Yeah.
So like, okay. Interesting. And then when it was time for you to pick up the delivery, they simply agreed to tag along.
we were still just going all together.
My point is, you let 3 people who you met on the road and didn't know very well into my house to make a delivery that you had picked up and they hadn't. Is that correct?
Roads are dangerous nowadays.
We were kind of upfront about the whole thing. We said, they were interested in getting like official
Contractors.
getting signed up.
You said they were contractors.
I don't think I used that word specifically, but I think that
Somebody used
describes the
it.
situation.
Okay. This is strange.
Dumbass guards.
Roll persuasion.
16.
Thank you for your honesty. To be frank, if this were an interview, you would not get the job. But this is not
I
an
already have the
interview.
job.
Well, we'll see. You're more honest than most of my men. Contractors. Contractors, question mark. Okay, alright. Now, let's see. I don't know if I need anything else from you. I think it's time for me to talk to the girl. Yeah. I think we're good for now. Why don't you go rest? Please keep an eye on them with my other guards. And could you tell the little elf girl to come down, Siobhan?
Okay.
Great. Thank you. Alright. You walk upstairs. At the door of the room, there are 2 guards. So. Well, there's 3 guards. Where'd he come
As
from?
soon as Siobhan sees Rainy, she's going to psychically ask, what information did you tell him so that I don't mess up what you said?
I just told him that like we picked you up between here and Zara. You tagged along, weren't necessarily sure where you're going, and then once we got here, you wanted to sign up with them.
Okay. And I quickly tell Roger psychically, I'm going to tell him that I lied.
Okay.
That the High Elf is not my father. That way he doesn't actually... It would be better that way. That we're working for him.
I believe in you.
I don't.
You
You're
got
taking
this.
Luna?
Luna has to go with me. I'm
Alright.
terrified. I am telling Luna I am scared.
The guards escort you down the stairs and into the room.
I'm
Out
just
of the living room.
petting Luna as I go.
Martin says, sit down. Just have a few questions for my own personal notes. Give me 1 sec. Finish recording all of this stuff.
Her personality has like almost completely shifted. She's like sitting very like, someone from those noble families.
Of
sitting
course.
exactly like that, and she's
Of course.
on her best manners, and she says, before you ask me any questions, I would like to apologize about my behavior before. I was not brought up to behave that way. And I know that this entire situation is not quite, it doesn't look quite favorable on me. And so I figure it's best I'm honest. Would that work for you?
Yes. Name?
Siobhan.
Siobhan.
Yes.
Last name?
Armistice.
Armistice.
Yes.
Great. So why did you come here?
So, to be honest with you, my father is not the high diviner. And
He breathes a sigh of relief.
I was a close friend of his family, and so I just said the first name that came to my mind. But I actually was just traveling, like I said, with my uncle, and I'd always wanted to come and see the famed Delumiere home. I'd heard about it a lot, and about all of the special people who are part of the family, especially when it comes to magic. And I've always known I had a little bit of magic, but until you used your device, I didn't even know much about it.
He
So,
stops taking rigorous notes and starts listening to you intently.
and so I guess, thank you.
Okay. Roll persuasion.
26.
Okay. He's acting like he's, just still doing due procedure, but he's much more relaxed now. How did you meet Rainin Stua Perdelin Vertissa Thirgiash?
Oh, so my uncle and I were traveling, and we just happened upon them at some point, and
Who's them?
well, Rainy and Smart,
Uh-huh.
and so we figured we were going the same way, but you may not be aware of this, but sometimes when you leave the Kyril Plateau, it's a little bit difficult to get back, and we didn't want to have to give them all the details, so we just went along with it, and honestly, I was very, very scared. As I told you before, I told you when I first met you, my parents died, and my uncle and I we've just been traveling.
He's trying to hide an empathetic look on his face. He's not doing it super well. He says, your uncle isn't a full elf, is he?
No, he's not.
Yep.
Yep. 1 point for me.
Does that matter to you? If someone's not...
It matters for my understanding of the situation.
Oh. Okay.
It doesn't matter to me a damn whether he's an elf or a goblin.
Oh, well, I should hope he's not a goblin.
That is true. It might matter a bit if he were a goblin.
Goblin Griff.
All right. Okay.
So, can you tell me something?
Yes.
You're the lord of this place, and I've heard of the reputation of the Delumiere family in magic, and I know a lot of them no
What
longer
have you
are.
heard of our reputation?
Well,
He's like grimace. He's like bracing for impact.
well, I heard of the great soul Delumiere and how he basically built the house. And I always heard that there was some interesting connection between the Delumiere family and the dragons, and I've been curious about it because they could trace their magic to something, and um, you know, I never have been able to. So I guess I felt a sort of kinship, or I wanted to be a part of it.
He's looking at you very sternly. I guess now I really need a face cam so that I can communicate more effectively the way that this man is looking at you. The entire time is just kind of like, And he leans back and he crosses his arms. How long have you been on the Cairo Plateau? Not taking notes anymore.
Pretty much my whole life, except for the last few months.
The world on the rest of Mandril is not an easy place. Things have changed a lot in the past. Well, things really started changing probably around when you were born. And from what I know of the elves, they don't have the most complete understanding of the situation due to their voluntary reclusiveness.
Oh, is that so?
Yes. I appreciate your interest. I do not want to talk about my family at this point in the night.
Can she just go over and like put her hand on his hand and said, "I understand. I don't like talking about my family very much either."
Don't touch me. He all of a sudden gets really cold and offended.
I'm sorry, I felt we'd made some progress.
Sit down.
Yes, sir. I didn't mean.
Yes, yes. You have a lot to learn in a lot of areas, and I sympathize with you, but you need to learn quickly that you're not a child anymore, not if you're living out here.
Well, I did come to look for a teacher. Would you be? I know it's presumptuous to ask.
I have much to think about. We will talk more. But for now, I have one more question for you. And he retreats to his callousness and picks up his notebook again. He says, "What's with the owl?"
Oh, Luna is my best friend. I've shortly after my parents, she came to me, and well, she's been there through it all.
Curious. Why don't you head back to your uncle and send him down for me?
Yes, sir. And again, so sorry about all of the chaos.
Good night, Siobhan.
Good night.
All right. Are you getting Grouger?
Yes.
Back up to the room. Roger's turn.
I'm gonna quickly, psychically, kind of like give him a replay. I told him, give him a sob story. Dead parents, you're my uncle. You just wanted to show me the sights, help me get my mind off of all of it. And I wanted to know more about my magic.
Alright. I've downloaded the information.
Alright, you headed down. The
The
two guards follow you.
Curious. Yep, interesting.
Alright. Sit as you make your way into the room.
Well, I sit.
Martin ushers over one of the guards and whispers something.
I'm gonna listen.
Alright, roll, roll perception.
They call me the listener. 17.
Good old
Alright.
Roger.
He whispers pretty loudly. Have that magic stick ready for me in the morning. And the guard says, well, it should recharge by dawn, sir. I said, just make sure I have it. Yes, sir.
I need to stir my coffee.
Alright. Roger Griff, is that correct?
Sure.
Sure.
That's my name.
Yes or no, please.
Oh, that's for yes or no.
He gives you death eyes.
Permission to treat the witness as hostile.
Grogergriff, is that correct?
I did not understand that that's what you're spelling to me, so I thought he was just saying magic. Yes. That's correct.
Good. Why'd you come here?
Showing the sights, doing the things.
Are you lying?
No.
Roll persuasion.
I'm a pretty persuasive guy. 8. It was an 18. Then it was an 8.
He looks at you with a death glare again and says, could you be a little more specific?
Well, sure. I came here to see things.
What? See what?
Well, I don't really have a specific thing. It's mostly the state of what the dragon has done.
So you think you can use your niece as a cover to do whatever covert operation you were actually sent here to do, is that it?
Well, it was kind of like a, I gotta do this, and then this also happens. It's kind of like a convenient thing.
Who are you working for?
Who am I working for? Good question.
I hope to hear a good answer.
'Cause, I'm kind of working for myself, but who am I aligned with, you may ask? Well, you might have heard of him. He's quite the war hero. His name is Vespa.
Okay. Ink Talon? Arakocra?
Eric Cocker.
Oh! Who?
Vesper Ink Talon? Is he an Arakocra? Maney told me his last name is Ink Talon. Does that mean he's an Arakocra?
History check.
History check to see if Roger knows the difference between an Arakocra and an Owlman.
I thought he was an owl guy. 16.
He's an Owlman.
Alright.
Now, do you volunteer that information?
Do I call this guy? Do I have twitter.com right now?
So is he an Arakocra?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
That's the bird thing, right?
Yes, like Volaire.
I thought he would just look like that.
They're not very funny. So,
Very smart.
this Vesper Ink Talon that you're working for, tell me more about him.
Well, he's a war hero.
Great, you said that. I said more, not repeating yourself.
He's got really big eyes. I often stare into them.
Where is he currently?
He's like in a different dimension.
Are you serious?
Dead serious.
Roll for persuasion.
I mean, here, where's persuasion? Ah, yes, it's under performance. 14.
What dimension? Surely not Shadowfell. Not
no,
the
he's
astral
been there.
plane.
He's not there anymore.
You've been to Shadowfell.
I am the greatest warrior and the president.
Why are these... Now... You know that I can tell when you're lying and when you're not. And those last two statements, you've been telling the truth. So you're telling me that Vesper is in the Feywild and you've been to Shadowfell.
Yeah. I killed a bear. That was a lie.
Yes, I can tell. Okay, this is very interesting.
He's the greatest warrior ever. A hero of the day.
His lie detector is going insane.
It's just 0, 100, 0, 100, 0, 100. Every other word is a lie.
That opens up a lot more questions, but let's
Which
stay.
means, though, the part about staring.
Let's stay on topic.
Was true.
Who exactly is Vesper aligned with? Not House Zara or no?
No.
Who? Who's he aligned with?
I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but have you heard of Bloppletop?
No, I haven't heard of Bloppletop. Is this a joke? Am I being pranked?
No, he's also a great warrior.
Spell it.
You're being pranked. Check the
Blobble.
cameras.
Spell it.
BLOVE.
You don't know how to spell it. My God, you're insolent. Insolent.
I never asked him. What was the point?
My goodness. Okay. So,
People don't know how to spell other people's names usually.
slow down. This Vesper Talon is aligned with Bloppletop, who I've never heard of.
Yeah, he's the disciple
Is
of
he
the crab
in-
god.
What? Is he employed by Bloppletop? Or are they in cahoots?
It's like a mutual alliance.
An alliance to do what?
Well, I wasn't there that session. What is Bloppletop's school?
Oof. Don't tell me you don't know.
You see, I'm just a detective.
You're a detective.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I know who you are.
Yeah.
You suck.
You heard.
Yes, I've heard of you. I don't know why I didn't think of it earlier.
Heard of the mystery of the coconut monkey.
Yes, I've heard of the mystery of the coconut monkeys. You didn't solve it.
What if... Where's my mystery?
Oh my
what about
gosh.
the green ooze of Grilgamore?
That was just mimic residue. I could have solved that. You're a fool. Oh my
Write
gosh.
mystery novels? Is that the plot twist?
So,
Am I a writer?
I didn't know that Roger Griff was a half-elf. Yes, I've heard the name, the detective. So you're just a contractor for you don't even know who, just being given orders.
Well, I mean, I was asked to find information, and I guess I was contracted. I didn't sign anything. One of my mysteries is Groger in Cyber Chase. I'm pretty sure that it's just the Scooby-Doo movie.
What were they paying you?
You know, I should have asked that.
Oh my gosh. Did they know that they were hiring the most incompetent detective in Mandril?
I think you mean the only detective. Name one other detective.
I can't name another. I don't know of any other detective.
My point made.
Do you know how I caught you?
Oh, I mean, I figured it out.
Just, why don't you explain it to me then?
Alright, so you see, I went to check for traps on the drawer, and I rolled a 1.
He goes, no, it's not the fact that you rolled a natural 1. You ever heard of a spell called Alarm?
Yeah, and that's why I said it would be funny if when I opened this drawer, it would go. But I got so mesmerized in these contracts.
Okay. Is Siobhan actually your niece?
It depends on what your use of the word.
What? Can you not just answer in yes or no?
Sorry, I've been trained, they're the cat. A good wizard never gives his secrets.
All right, then keep your secrets.
I'm just gonna be executed.
That's what he's thinking.
Mm-hmm. But little does he know that the 8 men of the Forbidden Mountain.
He's
No.
playing Hangman by himself and just drawing Roger.
Are you actively playing stupid?
I'm not actually that smart.
I know, that's why I have to ask Nick if Grouger's playing stupid.
I mean, he's being sassy for sure, but he really isn't that smart.
Well, unfortunately, I rolled really low on insight, so Martin's gonna say, there's no way that anyone can be this stupid. Stop playing dumb. What were you being paid to do the job that you took? And what was the job, for that matter?
I already told you that.
To get information and...
Literally, here's the whole thing. Find out what the dragon did. Is this Castle Lucine?
No.
I gotta go there next.
Oh my god. Let me see that. Do you actually have a paper that is given to you by Vesper, which is the bullet points?
Well, it's in my notebook.
More than that on it.
So can I?
He's gonna take my notebook?
Yeah. He wants your notebook.
Uh-oh.
From one notebook you
Okay.
to another, you must respect this domain.
He pulls out the notebook and goes, "Oh my!"
Can you get to the around the world page?
Do you have? Hold on. Do you have an actual Google Doc of your notebook? Give me. I'm throwing it on the stream.
Oh.
Okay.
Give me.
User. There you go.
What am I gonna get? An email invite?
Yeah.
Okay.
The around the world page got messed up a bit.
All
Gotta
right.
use page breaks.
I'm reading the notebook. Missing Marion Thieves Tools. Capsule of Tobacco. Kingy. Dirk. Middleman. Dog. Kalai. Cagliari. Circus? You've worked with Circus?
Yeah. He's gonna see some real, half-baked thoughts.
Dog is dead. Dog is dead. Dog is dead.
Moonlord. Weeby. Rapist. Moonlord Beholder. Hold on. I need to make sure that the stream is picking this up. It is. It sees everything. What the heck? He's reading through and he goes, "Oh my god, you are this stupid." Oh my goodness.
Maybe his wife left him.
This is dead.
Darren, nerd, works at a hot tub.
And then there's a paper of the map. He goes, right, and he flips that. That'd be dip. Where is you in a cave? Difficult meals.
You gotta go real far down.
I'm not even halfway through. Dr. Koblob. 60s. Okay. Alright, he stops at the line. He starts. Xerxes.
He didn't spell Malachi. Malachi
Streaking.
right at all.
Wait a minute. His eyes go up. Is this supposed to say Malachi de Lumiere?
Oh, yeah.
You met him.
Oh, yeah.
He's my first cousin once removed.
Yeah.
Family is dead.
He's alive?
Who's family?
Who have you worked with? Possible royal family. Family is dead. Kappa silencer job.
Dead, dog is dead.
Dog is dead. Garrison and Grafton. Weird eggs. Oh my goodness. Lady Lanier.
Struggle now.
Laserbeak. Luminous Midnight. Charlemagne. What is this?
Alright. That's all the names of the horses.
What do you mean the horses? Locomotion. Locomotion is good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Did you notice how it says Crenshaw semicolon stole my best friend Rip Samuel?
I know. He's reading all of this. Alright, bottom start. Oh my goodness. You are not mentally well.
Oh no, he got to Detroit's stat sheet.
How do birds work? Oh my goodness. This is it. Finally.
This is what I think about you guys.
On the last page. Like Voltria.
Oh, yeah, that's the last page. The rest of it's my stat page.
Eagle. That's not how you spell Eric monotheist. Find a secret pet. You're looking for a secret passage in my house?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I can assure you there's nothing like that. New science patrols. Keep an eye on it. What are you trying to do? What are these goals? Find the army? What does that mean?
You know? I wish I knew.
Oh my goodness. Oh my. Okay. I have so many questions. What the hell?
It's gonna be crazy if he scrolls down one more page.
Important.
No, that's my stat sheet.
Feet. He's just writing about the 8-man. Gigantor. Wednesday. What's missing? The secret of shark. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is so sad. Oh.
That's my stat sheet.
Oh man. Alright, Martin wipes the tears from his eyes and says, my goodness. Oh, I'm not less worried about you than I was. Oh my gosh. So Vesper paid you to do all of this?
Oh, I haven't been paid yet, but...
Of course you haven't. Okay.
Guys got some water. I'm thirsty.
You know, I think I've learned a lot of information. I'm just gonna process things for a bit. Why don't you head back upstairs, and I'll keep this, and I think we'll talk again, but maybe not.
Wait, he has my notebook now?
Yes.
Oh no, he's gonna learn about Ginson Hobbs, aka Gin Snippet.
Alright. Go, leave. Oh my gosh.
Does that mean I lose all my stuff?
Yeah, potentially.
What am I gonna do without Detroit's stat sheet?
He doesn't even want to interview Smart.
He's getting there.
I mean, he saw the glue card description. I
He
actually
needs time to process. So Grouger was not told to get anyone else, so you guys are chill. There are 2 guards by the door.
Siobhan's asking Roger.
I spelled elf wrong.
So, how did it go?
Well, he took my notebook, so...
Boy,
Unfortunately, that does mean that he knows why I'm looking 100% at Siobhan, why we are here. Hopefully everybody else got that.
Manual single eye blinking.
It's just like a very deliberate breath in, a very deliberate breath out.
He's looking out the window and at the floor at the same time.
He is for real. He's just looking at the balcony floor out the window, staring at the concrete.
I,
Unfortunately, usually when I'm in this situation, I'm alone, and
Uh,
I have nothing to return to, so I can
He's
just.
looking out the window, but the blinds are down.
okay, then what should we do? Because he can't keep the notebook, and now he knows a lot. And
Well, arguably, he doesn't know much because there's a reason why nobody reads that notebook.
well, does he know much about the army and our plans?
No.
Okay, so then we don't have to worry. It's not like he knows where the rest of the army is hidden, correct?
I'm looking over at the guards.
Are you guys? Well, you're doing it psychically, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are we?
Yeah, she
Oh,
is.
cool. Yeah, I was doing that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You would have if you had known. You're not that dumb.
No, he doesn't know about the army. Wait, is there any notes on Vesper?
I have to read that. I like can't continue this because I have to like now Martin. I literally need a night as Martin to go. What am I gonna do with these people? Like, we gotta stop.
Well,
He's gonna be really confused about the metal man part.
See,
He's gonna read the extremely long description about Commander Keels.
yeah.
okay.
No,
Well-
there's nothing on Vesper.
Well,
That's
well,
pretty funny.
I trust you. I trust you, and hopefully we've got to find a way out of here at least.
Most certainly. Whoops.
Are there windows by?
There's 3 windows.
Can I send Luna out?
They don't open.
We'll have a plan.
Are they like locked, or
They don't open.
are they doomed?
They're like glass, reinforced glass with steel bars between them.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over to the guards. So this is a really nice room. I don't want my owl to go all over it. She's trained. Could she just fly out and she'll be back?
No.
Please?
No.
She's just
Luna, I command thee, shit.
Divine intervention. Ow, it's right there in the.
No.
Well, what if one of you went with her, so it's not like it's bad? I just really have you been around owl clips?
He's not talking to you anymore. He's just keeping his eyes forward.
And you, sir? Neither of you?
Eyes forward.
Okay, well, Luna.
Is she gonna poop on the floor?
Yeah, but close to them.
Alright. She poops on the floor. Ugh.
I told you.
Alright. When the guard goes out and gets another guard. He goes, I don't want to clean up the shit. And then he comes in and he goes, oh, and then he gets like a cloth and a towel and goes, it's in the floorboard.
It's like
It's sticky and wet. And then he cleans it up and walks away. When the other guard comes back.
Never heard of Snippet. It's a legendary guy.
So, are they gonna interrogate me and Smart? Or
I don't know. The problem is he's likely reading my notebook, so that's gonna take a while.
How much did you write in there?
Well, I got bored one day, so I just wrote around the world all day.
Oh,
That's like a bit. Then there's some like important information. Did I ever tell you about the time before we met? Well,
What if we just,
it
like-
all started.
What if we just like beat up these guards and left?
You said that out loud?
Yeah.
The guards go, what?
I'm just. I
She
mean, there's.
starts laughing like crazy.
Yeah, because by the way, Trevor, I don't know if you noticed, but one of the guards has actually been replaced with my homunculus.
No, he's not.
I was just like, what would happen? There's like 5
If
of us
only-
in here.
If only there was.
You understand how
Save
bad of an
the
idea that is, right?
It's really
Not
funny.
really. I mean,
Oh,
Really funny.
oh, merry men. How do I summon Luke Cassio?
what would happen?
How about I leave and then you find out? And then one of the guards walks away.
Alright, so we just beat up this guy then.
Buddy, he just left you alone. Like we just talked about, like ganging up on you two, and he said, "Why did I make it a 1 out of 5?" What do you think of that?
He's
He
going.
knows if you try anything, you're going to be the first to die.
But me homunculus.
Honestly,
I just think it's funny that he left you. You guys don't have like a code system to get call the guards or anything?
Martin walks in.
Oh, I thought it was
We
gonna
don't need a code system. Maybe it's time we talk again, Rainey. Do you not understand what this is? Do you not understand who I am? Are you threatening my men?
No, I asked a question.
You ask what would happen if we beat you up and left.
Yes.
honestly,
It is a fair
Honestly-
question.
honestly, I think she was joking. She's quite the jokester.
Is
You know,
she?
the old Rainmeister, Rainy, who had another
wasn't-
joke, Rainy. God,
It wasn't really a joke,
God,
but it wasn't
Rainy.
really like a plan either. It was just like a hypothetical. Like
Maybe you
Gosh,
should
just
keep
kidding.
some of those hypotheticals to yourself.
A dangerous question to ask when your tank is a level 1 unarmed soldier.
You're the tank?
you're not my tank.
Yeah.
hashtag
No, that's what Smart Fella thinks.
You mean
Oh,
in
he's gonna
between-
try to tank.
You mean in between the breathe?
So you don't think, to clarify, you don't think that asking out loud what would happen if you beat up my guards is a threat?
Well, they could like tell us their plan.
I think it was just I think it
Like a
honestly.
show of power.
There are clearly at least like 10 of them, right? And you, who are a magic user, I don't think we pose that much of a threat to them.
Yeah, maybe you have like a hound, and then you like.
You don't
Just
think you pose that much of a threat to them, or you don't think they pose that much of a threat to you?
The first one.
Then why
I
does
think-
you...
I think we could handle these 2 guys, but once we got out the door, what would happen? That's the question.
You would be killed.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just
Well, there's
wanted
the
to
answer.
I just needed my owl to use the bathroom, and they wouldn't let her go, and so I think we were all just a little.
Shalon, speak when spoken to.
It's really just okay. That's really rude. It's really just.
That's
It was
it.
kind of like awkwardly quiet in here. I thought I would just like fill the air.
Move Rainey to another room. Alright.
No, me homunculus.
More guards pile in.
There's so many.
You're being escorted.
There are at least
To another
6
room.
guards.
Alright, congratulations. You have won a night alone with 4 guards.
And can I have some water?
I asked for some water earlier. They did not provide any.
You're not
Just say
answering.
I really got him.
It's all he has to provide.
Yeah. Oh man,
I don't think they heard me.
we heard you.
Oh, you guys don't have water?
We don't.
Oh, what do you guys do when you're thirsty?
You get water.
Oh, can I have some water?
No.
Oh,
All right.
Huh?
What heroes?
I'm all done. I'm all done magically.
I just realized the fire isn't going anymore. You guys' room doesn't have a fireplace. Oh, cozy reading nook, heavy rain ambience.
Well, I wish.
Are there any books in this room?
No, I'm just talking about my ambient YouTube thing that's gonna ruin my recommendations. There are no books in this room.
I'm gonna take out my second notebook.
Do you have a second notebook?
It's completely blank.
Great.
I mean, I gotta start somewhere.
But do you actually have a second notebook?
the answer is
Actually, no.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I had a book at one point. Wait, what happened to my other
Oh,
book?
it has begun to rain.
Wait, he hasn't. They haven't checked my stuff, right?
They just took your backpack.
Good to know.
Hey, can I ask Luna to help?
All right.
Yeah. She says, "What exactly would you like me to help with?"
This just isn't bad.
This situation will work out favorably for you. Exercise some patience. You'll see.
Okay, just it's quite different than anything I've ever gone through.
You'll be fine, dear.
Have you
Trust
guards
me.
ever heard of?
Heard
Can I
of?
craft a pipe bomb?
No.
Oh.
Ventage.
I have proficiency with Tinker's tools.
He's a legendary.
I've already answered the
like
question.
character. Known wide and far. Never heard of him? Alright. Have you ever heard of Crenshaw? A legendary fighter. Slayed 10 men in one battle at the same time. Nope. Alright, alright. Have you ever heard of Jin Snippet? A master boatsman. A boater. Alright. You guys need to, like, expand your influence. I can really help you with networking. Have you ever heard of... Dweeby Weeby?
Those can't be real names.
I assure you, unfortunately, they all are real. I've met every single one of those people.
Why are you telling me this?
Oh, I'm just asking if you knew.
No.
So our exploits have not gotten far. Have you ever seen a chicken lay eggs weird?
You both just look at you like you're on the spectrum.
It's like, this lady gave me this chicken. I run a business, right? You know, you've ever heard of Grafton Post.
Grafton Post, like the
Wait,
The city.
It's Griffin. It's Griffin.
Griffin Post.
What was it? I can't. My notebook's gone. I didn't write it down.
You don't remember the name of your own business.
It was a postal. Well, my first client didn't go well. I was a postal service. I had to take a chicken to Grafton Post. That was it. Wait, what's the name of my company then? And because it laid eggs weird.
I'm not letting you roll a history check. You forgot the name of your own company.
I did.
I'm not gonna help you.
I had it written down, but my book's gone.
Oh, that's really funny.
Well, I mean, my first client, the chicken died, so. Yeah, have you ever had someone kill a chicken? Like that? Those executioner knights did. That was really rude of them.
An executioner knight killed your chicken.
Well, it wasn't my chicken. It did kill my horse, though.
Look how that's the part he clarifies on.
So he didn't answer the question. It wasn't my chicken. It was my chicken. So an executioner knight killed your client's chicken.
I've met quite a few of them.
Are they scary?
I killed my freaking chicken. I mean, not my chicken, but my client's chicken and my horse. Like, who just kills a horse?
Why were they after you?
Well, I mean, I am an enemy of the state. I mean, I mean, why do you think I'm here? I'm literally under arrest. Oh, he's reading the esoteric knowledge from the Black Obelisk.
Oh. No, no. There's a direct touch from my dad.
At
Hello, son.
2:28.
Yeah, that's what it said.
I kind of forget other people's parents don't go to bed at 9 o'clock promptly.
No, it was from a while ago.
So whenever somebody says, "Yeah, I'm like talking to my parents," I'm like, "It's 11 o'clock."
It was from 9:24 and it's 10:28. I just forgot.
Anyway, but yeah, killed a couple of them. I mean, first one I actually didn't help out that much.
The guards just look at each other, and then they're like, yeah, this guy's completely lying. And then they just move on.
Get the doohickey.
Get the doohickey. What's smart fella doing? Yeah?
Who knows?
Alright.
He's like, look at his fingers all weird.
You know, I just don't think Martin has any more energy to interview anyone else tonight. So, I mean, you know.
Guards, what if I gave you some gold to tell my story?
You mean
I don't have any gold on me, but I could tell you where some is.
where's gold?
My treasure. I left it all in one place.
You must solve my riddles.
They're so zoned out. They don't believe a word that you're saying at this point.
So there I was on the Forbidden Mountain, and a giant monkey man was in front of me. And I went, "It's you, the ape of the Forbidden Mountain." He went, "Yes, Roger, it is I. I will gift you this magical tomato."
Hey,
The tomato was true. I think it was
one of the other guards peeks his head in from the door. What do the guards say? What are you doing here, Bruno? Bruno says, the walls are thin.
Do you know what the fruit is that's kind of orangish?
You met the
and
ape
not
man at the
orange?
Forbidden Mountain?
I did.
Alright, Bruno walks in.
Bruno, parentheses fan.
And the other guys just go, Bruno, what you doing? He goes, he sounds interesting.
Maybe it was a persimmon.
What was a persimmon?
The tomato. Well, the
What?
magical fruit. The ape man. This is actually esoteric knowledge now.
Bruno's leaning in.
So the ape man was there, and he gave me the magic fruit, which I thought was a tomato, but might have been a persimmon or an orange. It was some color, similar to red or orange.
What did it do?
I don't know, I haven't eaten it yet.
Do you still have it?
Well, it's in my treasure.
Where's your treasure?
Not here.
Where?
Well, it's at my hideout, of course.
Where's your hideout?
You know, I don't think the place has a name. It's kind of like in the mountains north of here, I think. I like do a divining. I like get up, like kind of like orient myself a bit and go, turn a little bit to the right, turn a little bit to the left. Yeah, that way.
In the Alien Range?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to the names.
Huh.
I just like kind of get around by myself. Like I just have like an innate direction.
You've been to Shadowfell?
Yeah,
How did that happen?
it's a good question.
He got sent there by a gnome.
That's right. That's in my notes, unfortunately. There was a gnome man in all gold. He looked like no, France exists, but it's not Spain. Like a French man. And then he sent me and my compatriots. You've heard of the legendary warriors of old.
Who?
Moon Dude.
I don't know him.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. He was one of the lesser known. He was kind of like a C-list guy. You don't have to know him. Have you heard of? Who else was in this?
Oh yeah, she killed the lady, and there was a whole thing in the Coliseum.
Yeah, I was there.
Everybody knows. You were there?
Yeah, I watched it happen. It was kind of crazy.
Whoa. You've been everywhere.
I mean, we've actually. Well, I've only very specifically been on like one side of the map.
Huh. So
But
you
I've been
got in Shadowfell from a gnome?
Yeah, and I had my young disciple there.
Young disciple? What?
Blipple or Blopple. What was his name? It's on the sheet.
How did a gnome put you in Shadowfell?
That's actually I still don't know.
How'd
We
you,
haven't.
how'd you get there?
He waved his hand. He went like, "Shwah," you know.
No, like, how did you meet the gnome?
Oh. Well, there was like a slave uprising. I was kind of the leader of it. We were trying to free the Kuatoa. I don't know if you ever heard of them. They're like these weird fish guys. They do the classic thumbs up thing. You know,
He nods.
and so yeah, I was leading them to their great salvation. There was like a gnome guy in the way, sent us away. I don't know what happened to the Kuatoa. So I think some of them came with us. I don't know. It was like kind of like a thing.
When was this?
When was this? Like last month.
The guards both just go like this guy's full of it.
I don't know. Time gets weird when you go through dimensions as often as I do.
Wow. You've been in Dimensions a lot?
Yeah,
Where else have you been?
the Feywilds.
What's the Feywild like?
It's kind of like here, but wild.
Whoa. What happened there?
Oh, wedding. No, actually, that happened here.
The wedding was in the Feywild.
The wedding.
Whoa. You got married in the Feywild?
I'm not married.
Ah. Your
Yeah, I, just
friend?
I haven't found the right woman yet. Yeah.
Whoa. That all?
Yeah, also, do you know of Santa Corn? He's a legendary warrior. He gave me this lollipop.
You pull out a lollipop that they didn't confiscate from you because it was in your shoe. And it's the lollipop that Santa
infinite-
gave you.
No, it's the infinite lollipop. Specifically, does not get dirty because that would be gross. I didn't read the description. I just said that all at the comment, and then I scrolled down. That is the exact description,
Yeah.
almost word for word.
I remember giving that to you because I said to you, Robert, what do you want? Like a lollipop? And you went, yeah.
Well, I said
wanted lollipop because it'll make me look like I have a cigarette. Just like they censored One Piece.
Yeah. Oh my
And it went,
gosh.
this will give me 1 calorie a day
Huh.
forever.
Bruno's
bubblegum.
intrigued. It says, "You've been in a lot of places, but you're not a good storyteller."
Well, I had a book where I wrote all it down, and if only I still had that book.
You have it?
Well, Martin has it. He's keeping all the stories for himself. He's gonna steal it and post my memoirs, the memoirs of a garage.
Huh. Okay. Bruno walks out.
We just hear on the other end, guys, he's crazy.
No.
Hey, the walls are thin.
Alright. So, shall we long rest?
I guess so, if we must.
Probably.
Just know that I will not appreciate this sleep. I sleep on the ground.
Okay. You can do whatever you want, little guy.
Dear
I'm
Lucasio,
thinking...
I'm in danger.
Do we?
Send help.
Do we what?
I was about to say, do we level up?
Funny man telling a funny joke. No, we're gonna jump back to the Feywild group,
I got
who has just agreed. Oh man, this guy has
You're
to
not
pee.
here. Go pee.
He's one of the 2 people that's here.
No, he's not. He's not real.
Yeah, I guess he's gonna pee.
Alright, well, speed run. Put up the timer.
Everybody take a break. Oh man, what are you crying you? Oh.
How long ago did I write all my potential previous jobs?
I don't know. Do not know.
The whole point of them is they're supposed to be not... You can't really tell if they're real.
Voltria and Eagle RR Coca. Eagle RR Coca.
Wait. Question.
Yeah.
Does Roger write his notes in regular or in Thieves' Cant?
I definitely write in regular.
Yeah.
It would be
In the
Real.
language of regular.
Thieves' Cant for Roger is actually every word is the same except every third letter is just like has like 1.5 spacing.
It's just pig Latin. Oh,
It's like
man.
they won't be able to understand this. What's he gonna think about how do birds work?
How do birds work?
Yeah, it really does just do the page of A's. I think I forget what the description of guard A, B, and C is, and then a page of around the world.
Wowza. Incredible.
I walk a lonely road. Walking along is Jinson Hops, aka Jin Snippet.
I'm just gonna ask
Strange
the
name.
guards questions all night.
Oh, please do. Let's head back here. Oh wait, this isn't the right place. It's here. Uh-huh. Just give me some of your questions.
Why is W called W when it's clearly a double V?
I don't know.
I just think about that sometimes because like you write it with the 2 straight lines. It's not a double U. It's a double V.
Well, I write it as a W.
You write like rounded at the bottom.
Yeah.
Why do you write it that way?
Because I write in cursive.
Well, that's different.
No, it's not.
It's a little bit different.
No, everyone writes in cursive.
I don't write in cursive.
That's stupid. No, she's got a point. Cursive sucks. It's too hard to read. Well, but it's fancy. It's how you know things are official. Who cares about official? I want to be able to pick up a piece of paper and actually read what it says. I don't know.
I mean, I think like both have their uses, but I do prefer to write just like regular. But you know what also is weird? Like, why are some letters, like the uppercase and the lowercase, are different, like A or R, but then like other letters they're not, like S or W. You know, you just write like a
P.
smaller version.
P's the same. Yeah.
P.
I mean, do they have to be the same? What does it matter?
I don't know. It's just like, how did that happen?
I don't know.
Who did that?
I don't know.
What would you prefer? Would you prefer that all letters are the same,
I'm
or
thinking.
do you like it the way it is?
I mean, I don't feel like it's that hard to be able to memorize capital and non-capital letters. There's only 26 characters in common. It's pretty easy to memorize capital and lowercase for both of them.
He's back.
Yeah.
What if I
We're having
designed
a conversation.
a trap that if you read it in my notebook, you got melted?
I don't know if you could do that.
I mean,
Have
you could.
forgotten,
Could
Have
I?
you ever forgotten
No.
something and know that you forgot it? Like, how can we know that we forgot something if we forgot it?
Oh no, I do that all the time. Cause I remember I need to do something, but I don't write it down. So I know I have something to do, but I can't remember what it is because I didn't write it. But I remember saying, oh, I should have written it down, but I didn't write it. So I remember that I had it, but I don't remember what it was.
Just seems weird that the brain can remember that it was supposed to remember something, but not remember what the thing it was actually supposed to remember was.
Well, it's all because of context. The brain is just a context engine, and if you don't recall the context of the situation, then sometimes the exact memory is lost. Or a new
very
context is memorized.
Astute answer.
And he works for Martin. He's the
Brain
guard that
is made
agreed
of billions and billions of neurons.
He's the one that agreed with my plight of the plebs.
Mm-hmm. Alright, meanwhile, back in
The
the
GM knows I'm right.
Feywild, at like 6 p.m. and not 10 p.m., everybody's chilling in Vitrus Dumbledon's house. I believe that we have all just agreed. I'm going to play Baroque music because no one can stop me.
Ah!
We have all just agreed to embark north to the Ladrin and raid their libraries/archives for magic knowledge in exchange for Vitrus allowing Vesper and others to use the Feywild as a base of operation, specifically Vitrus's property. So, what shall we do?
Well, I believe we are about to set off on an adventure ourselves and find some things for Vitrus.
Yes? Great.
Definitely a part I missed last session.
Oh, it most certainly is. Basically, Vitrus said, I don't like people, but I guess y'all can stay here if you go to the archives, since we kind of both want the same thing. You help me achieve
Archives.
it. Yeah, there are a group of Eladrin that live to the north above the mountain range, and they have extensive magical archives.
Juicy.
Indeed. So both you and Malachi could benefit from that. And Vitrus, of course.
Hooray.
Interesting. Well, Nick just got Steam doxed.
Hold up, I'm trying to test something.
What do you want?
I don't know.
I'm just trying to fix my thing, alright? What do you
Hooray.
want?
Hooray! Hooray! This Steam library is where we
Wait.
play.
Wait, I have the power.
You do? Don't send me a message. Oh. How do I make
Can
it
make
go
it-
away?
I have
the array
the
appear whenever I want.
power.
Alright. So, meeting concluded. I'm trying to remember, while we're here on the topic of the Feywild, Vesper, didn't I give you a timeline of how quickly you could evacuate?
You said the next day.
Okay, that's what I thought. So, during that process, the Raven's gonna be figuring out how much of you he can carry with his groupies, his Raven groupies. It'll probably be a process, but yeah, I think you're ready to start like next morning when the camp gets packed up. So, alright, I don't think I'm going to be checking in with Vesper for a while then, in which case... Yep, I think we're just still here. So is this group setting out on their wayward journey?
Oh, I made a meme for that. I'm not going to get to use it now.
What time of day is this? Because we had left we had left early. We had left, and then we went and we had the whole thing with the Raven,
Yeah.
and then we came here. So I don't know what time of the day it is, but I feel like we would need to rest before we set off again.
It is probably late afternoon, and you would probably want to rest in one of his guest bedrooms and plan. So that may be what you wish to do.
Oh yeah, this is the last group to go to sleep.
It is, and that is why we need to catch them up. Because everyone else has now progressed. I'm going to go to Paint and see if I can get my funny Feywild map open. Which I don't think you guys have access to.
Well,
I don't even have it saved as a PNG! Oh!
It's really funny that I have the unupdated map.
Is it what?
You said he's letting us stay there for the night.
Yeah. In one guest room. 5 of you have to share one guest room, but you know. Such as it is.
Which sounds strange because he's about to let our entire army come in there.
Yeah, but he's not going to let you use his house. You're going to be like camped outside. Right now, he's just giving you one guest room.
Curious. Alright, well, I suggest we turn in for the night.
It is only like 4 p.m., so you have some time. It's just a question of what you're going to do with the time.
Can I spend some time? I mean, I'll take some time to try and...
Oh no, don't open in this tab, no! I'm sorry. Yes, yeah,
FS a new spell.
Yeah, what do you want to teach him?
How about I tell you some of the things I can do?
What the heck was that? That's what that sounded like.
How about I tell you some of the things I'm able to do, and you tell me which one you'd like to learn?
How many brain cells are active right now? Because it sounds like not many.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like, what can you do?
All right. Would you be interested in learning how to communicate with people over some distance? You would essentially be able to whisper something to them, and they would receive the message and be able to whisper it back to you, even though you're a great number of feet away.
Well, that does sound pretty useful.
All right. I also... Did I teach you how to make illusions?
No. I think you tried.
I can...
One he did teach me.
He taught you light.
Yes.
No, you haven't.
I would also be able to teach you... We can try again, making either an image or a sound that's not actually there.
I guess the women will just sew and gossip in the corner.
Reductive. Or I could teach you something slightly more offensive and teach you how to make a frigid blast of cold energy that hits your enemies.
I prefer like the message thing.
Okay? I will take some time to teach you how to do message. Do I have to roll intelligence?
Roll Arcana, both of you.
Archmana. I got 14.
And I got a 15.
Alright. Pretty sure what I did. Yes. Over the next hour, you guys spend time, so it's probably like 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. 3:30 to 4:30. You guys go over the mechanics of message and start practicing it. And
Well, I some little pieces of wire because that's required for the spell. And I to him. and then essentially I'm using dryer and she's going like walking further and further, and I'm basically going, "Can you hear me now?
What a hero.
You know, good." And then saying, "All right, now you try FS."
Right. He seemed like he's pretty close, but he did not quite get it. So, over that hour...
This was kind of difficult.
Yeah.
Perhaps you would. Let's see. And I'm trying to think of what I could explain a little bit differently. Can we take another hour and try again, or?
Yeah, you can see how much more time it's going to take. Just roll again. Might not take an hour. He's very close. Might only take another 15 minutes.
This is
That's
harder than
much
my
better.
degree.
So did I? Okay, was my teaching all right the first time?
It was pretty good.
Okay, because I don't think it's going to get any better than that. Oh, okay, I got to 20.
You actually want worse. The way that I'm doing it is his roll has to beat yours. So, and somehow, it did now. Maybe I'll redo it. Maybe I'll make it so that you both have to meet a certain DC.
Yeah, I don't know if that
I'll do that. Maybe that makes more sense.
makes sense.
What's your Arcana modifier?
+3.
It's less than his! You're not even as good at explaining that stuff as he is at understanding it. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's just been breezing by innate talent, and now when he has to explain to somebody else, it's like, well, you just like kind of like feel it, you know?
This time, after a few minutes, like 15 minutes or so, something clicks, and Fartsmella now understands that what he was missing is the manner in which he put the words in his head together. He was actually using the spell correctly, but he was like sending over static. So now he knows how to formulate the thoughts and like...
He gets a message
them
from
out.
the ether saying, "Bro, stop."
Remove me from your call list.
Yeah. So he picks it up. He's got it. In another 15 minutes, he's doing it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, that was fun. Again, I have to apologize. I've done my fair share of studying, but it's always sort of come very
Yeah, studying.
naturally. Well, I did go to school for it.
Yeah, he like looked at the book for a couple minutes and went.
But very often I thought
Sorcerer.
if I wanted it hard enough, it would happen.
Interesting.
A large sum of money appears off screen.
And, you know, I guess. Well, you are quite the quick study, so it's excellent.
Thank you.
And now, Dry Darling, you can come back.
Yeah. Yes. It was quite good, FS.
I actually was confused.
Like, that's a car.
Oh, farts! It took me a
The
second.
Nissan FS. It's like, what?
Takumi, you need to drive the Nissan FS.
Let me drive the Nissan F22.
This is all about the simulation 4.
Simulation 3.
No, that's the show.
Simulation
This is the
3.
fourth one they didn't use.
Yeah.
When I ask Vitrix if he's the map of the Feywild that we can look at so we know where we're going.
Yeah. A map? Why? Yes, as a matter of fact, I do have a map. Now, I haven't turned it into a PNG yet, but once I do that, it's not complete, mind you, but I have my ways of gathering information. I may not have told you, but many of my robots that aren't guarding the facility are in fact exploring and taking notes for me to understand my surroundings.
And are there any things that we should be watching out for as we go to these, these records?
I don't know much. of what they have guarded, or how they have it guarded, what you should look for are the encyclopedias. They contain the most consistently quality information. Not only the history of magic, but how it was formed, how spells were created and improved, different variations of the same spell. Other books are more niche, and while they may prove interesting, the encyclopedia will give you the most bang for your buck, so to speak.
Alright. Well, Raven, FS, if we're setting out in the morning, are there any particular things you think you need before we leave?
I should be fine, although if I had more arrows, that would be ideal. Rain says, I'm good.
It's good.
I'm fine.
Alright, well, I think the plan is just to sort of navigate the Feywild until we get to where we're going, and then I don't know how much preparation we can do, because we don't know what to expect with these Eladrin that we will be meeting.
Well, I can tell you more about the geography. It's just unfortunately much time has passed since I myself have been amongst them. So, on the map, as you can see here, I haven't labeled anything yet. I'm not a good calligrapher. But what we have here is known as the pit. It is called the pit because it's a hole in the ground and it stinks. Much of the forest is surrounded by poisonous mushrooms. Now, other sections of the forest have been cleansed, allegedly, but they are still dangerous. And of course, the river that runs forward all the way down south. I don't have a name for it, perhaps they do. It is quite a fast-moving and wide river, not easy to cross, but you should be able to follow it very easily into the sanctum. You can't get lost as long as you're following the river. And it should be even easier. See, we're around here. Can you see my mouse cursor on the Chrome stream?
I can see your
Yeah.
fingers pointing, yes.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. If you follow my cursor, you'll see wheel about here. I want to put my house on the map, but I haven't figured out how to draw it at the scale yet. We're at the intersection between the Crovenly Crags and whatever this forest I've named, Hollowed Hills, I think I call this section with all the ghosts. Essentially, you'll walk west, right above the old dead wood, and eventually if you get to the river, you should be home free. It's a straight shot to where they have their city.
Oh,
I do
see.
expect that you will encounter some dangers in the pit. Is that helpful?
Quite. Well, thank you. And
Yes.
what sort of creatures can we expect on the way there?
Displacer beasts. That is the most common from here. I haven't seen much spectral activity outside of Hollowed Hills, but I wouldn't be surprised if there were some strange elemental creatures. Outside of that, my robots have not seen much. But the Feywild is full of surprises.
Right, well, thank you.
Yes.
And once they finish discussing what they're going to do, he's just going to take an evening stroll with his wife.
Oh, look at him. Bonding. What a liberal. Alright. Guess we should. I don't know. Now we're at a nice point where everyone's at the same spot. It's 11 p.m. I'm thinking. We should be good to skip ahead. I'm specifically leaving the large group with Brendan for next time.
One, because he's not here. But two, I have a little funny hee-hee surprise combat. Which is going to be a lot. So that'll probably be next session. So, and they're going to go to sleep, and it'll take them some time to get to that combat anyway. So we can continue with Malachi here after the long rest. Or we could jump back to infiltration group.
Uh-oh.
I think
Infiltration group.
All
Alright.
You could just do our long rest or whatever.
Yep. I just wanted to do my due diligence here so you guys didn't fall too far behind.
I wrote a song.
You wrote a song? Alright, great.
I'm very concerned about having a level 1 little girl.
Lucas.
She really is a 14-year-old level 1. Oh my gosh. Do you know what I totally forgot? I totally forgot that Luke Cassio is with
I
you.
need some help. I'm imprisoned.
So,
Even with this group the whole time.
so let me state
Where'd he
something.
go?
Just let the DM talk.
He's hiding in the rod of Lucas.
Let the DM talk.
His stealth is so good.
At one point, it was brought up to me that Luke Cassio was in fact with Grodru on the stealth mission, and I had not been putting him on the map. I forgot.
Alright, please reference the #1 Luke Cassio fan.
In terms of where Luke Cassio is, he's certainly here. Somewhere.
He found
And
the
I
secret.
think now it may be time to reintroduce him.
Yeah, baby!
Luke Cassio is thrown into the room and says, Grazi, I got bad news. They caught me. I was trailing you, just like you said. I saw you guys got in a pickle, and I just couldn't talk my way out of it.
Cassio, it's not your fault.
Man.
We'll get there.
So, how you
One day
losers been doing anyways?
Cassio, they know everything.
Everything.
They have. What you just okay? They have the book, Cassio.
Hold on. Did I ever show you Luke Cassio?
Yeah.
You see him? Where is he? He's somewhere here. Why isn't he an elf for Luke Cassio?
Synthetic
He's
question
on the
you
right-
should be able to
There he is,
answer.
there he
He
is.
rolled so high for stealth you couldn't even see him.
Yeah. Luke Cassio. Look at him, he's so cool. Look at his bandana. Put your bandana down so everyone can see your
You
beautiful
can't
face.
say, look how cool this character is, and they keep saying, yeah, I forgot he existed.
I
the
did!
third time.
Go to head. Go to
No, it's
it's
neck.
head. It's head.
Neck. It's neck.
It's head.
What's
It's
head?
head.
Well, I gotta take it off, but I gotta put it on.
What is that?
Dude, you take it off here, and then you put it on.
It's chest.
You-
It's chest.
That's what I'm doing. Leave me alone. Is the pink on?
It's a different
It's
color
still
now.
there. We got it. Alright, here's Luke Cassio. Truly a hero. Stripped out. Anyway, Luke Cassio is back. You can all clap now. Don't worry. Luke Cassio says, yeah, so if you guys didn't know, the plan was that I was going to follow you and, make sure I could get a report out if anything went wrong. I'm guessing something went wrong, but I mean, not the worst setup. It's a nice place.
You remember
Right.
when we were doing the job at the warehouse?
Yes, not as bad as that.
Same thing happened.
Oh,
Went
really?
in, routine stealth. We got
Yeah.
caught.
Yeah.
Boomerangs down in the courtyard.
Dang. That's unfortunate. All right. Well, they said they're going to question me or something, but it took me here first, so.
I don't think that's gonna be a problem for you.
Yeah, well, I don't got nothing to hide, really. Just a man doing what he's paid to do.
Okay, I held firm, but they got the notebook, and
They got the notebook. Oh, that's not good.
they know about the ape men.
What? I don't even know about the ape man.
They know about what we're doing here.
Yeah, we ain't doing much.
They know about the secret entrances.
Secret entrances, yeah.
Did you find the secret entrance?
Nah. That's what I was looking for,
I
actually.
was too. I couldn't find it either. I expected like
a hole or something.
Well, I actually snuck in and stole a guard outfit from one of their little barracks that was burnt to shreds or whatever that was. It was destroyed with a little rubble. Took one of those uniforms and started walking around like I owned the place. Somebody said they didn't recognize me. I said I was new here. You know, I didn't lie. I wouldn't lie. But, yeah, that answer didn't fly, I guess. So,
How did
here I
that
am.
not work?
I don't know. I thought it was easy. You know, everything was chaotic, so I was like, you know, how crazy is it there's a new face in town? But I mean, I guess they're a little more careful than that.
Anyway, I don't know if you've introduced everybody.
Yeah, I've been separated from the group, so I don't know everybody's name.
This is Luke Cassio, everybody. He's the strongest man I've ever met. Smartest, strongest. Anyway, so that's smart fella over there by the window.
Nice to meet you, smart fella. One of the guards immediately busts the door, not Bruno, and says, Luke Cassio's requested for questioning. He says,
Oh, shit.
Well, it's my time, baby. I guess I'll learn your names later. I'm out.
Luke Cassio don't crack. You know what they say? Rather be carried by the 6 than judged by the 12.
Alright, Valère
Says the
walks
guy
up.
who lost his entire notebook.
Valère walks up to Grouser and says, that guy was with us the whole time?
He's the greatest stealth man I've ever seen. The only reason he got caught, because he's got a plan to get us out of here. I mean, a
Does he?
plan to get us out of here.
Alright. I'm not sure
I'm assuming you've never heard of him.
Yeah, I've never heard of him. I've never heard of you either. Apparently you're the world's dumbest
Hold on,
detective.
hold on. Okay, that's not a fair comparison. Because technically, yes, I'm the dumbest detective, but I'm also the smartest. Because there's only one.
There has to be more detectives on Mandril.
I've never found them. I keep asking.
Is it not like
I've looked for years.
Huh. Weird.
Anyway, he's good. He was at the center of this entire thing from the
Huh.
beginning.
Huh. Interesting.
He's been there from the start.
Huh.
And so that tells you how tough he is. With only one F though.
Right. So he's a real tough guy.
Yes, sir.
So he won't crack.
No, he won't crack.
You're sure of it?
100%.
Alright. Luke Cassio is brought back in with a black eye. He goes, oh man, they beat me up. I'm cracked, guys. I'm sorry. I cracked.
No!
I couldn't take it. I said not in the face, and the first thing they did was punch me in the face. I said, no, I specifically requested you not do that. I'm sorry. I told him about how we're in the Feywild, and I told him I broke the sending stones. And I said I didn't care about that. I said I almost died for those damn things. And then,
Actually just was sobbing the entire time.
yeah.
Nobody cares.
And I said they left me for dead. They left me for dead. I said we was working with, his guys in the Feywild, and yeah. I told him everything. And then he whispers to Graduate, I didn't tell him everything.
Oh. I can't believe they did this to you. I am well aware. Never crack.
Oh man. Oh. What a rough night.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, who is everybody? All I got was Smart over here.
This is Valère. He's a bird man.
Aarakocra.
They don't
Hey.
teach that in school.
Right. Nice to meet you, Valère. Who's the little lady? The literal little lady.
Oh, he's a little jokester. Shabbat. She's over there.
You don't talk much?
She's the brains of the group.
That's not good.
What do you mean? Well, I
Maybe.
mean, you're the brains of the group now that you're here.
Oh, yeah.
But
How old is she? She looks like a teenager.
how old is she? If only we knew.
Yeah, if only.
Are you asking her, or is
I mean, yeah, this is all being said out loud.
We don't have any fangled powers.
I don't see why it would matter, but if you must know, I'm 14.
All right, now stay away from that one then.
You're in war?
Oh, yeah, what do you mean by that, Luke?
A lot of things. A lot of things.
Luke, just so you know, sometimes I can hear what people are thinking.
What am I thinking right now?
Don't be-
Cheeseburger, 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 cheeseburger.
Whopper.
Just don't be a creep, Luke.
Tell me what I'm thinking. Come on, can't be that hard.
Hey,
What am I thinking?
Roger, I don't like this guy.
It's just a cow rotating.
Yeah.
This man, he's fine. He's fine. He's a little jokester.
Well, I mean, now that we're set up for the night, I think we should just take it easy, you know? Look at these nice comfy cots.
What do you mean for the night? We already rested.
No, we didn't.
Look, Casio
It's 11 p.m. We didn't do a long rest yet. The DM didn't say to do a long rest.
Yeah, you did.
I did? Oh. Fine. I mean, it's morning, I guess, since my player's already checked the long rest button. Oh, whatever. It's me, Luke Cassio. I can't tell time. Sorry.
I like the idea. Yeah, we've been before on a long rest. Light is beaming into the room. It is very obviously not.
Alright, well, Luke Cassio says, fine, well, I'm sleeping anyway. I didn't know we already checked off the box. I gotta check off the box now. I gotta recover all my hit points. Alright, and then he falls asleep immediately on top of the cot.
He's got 1 hit point.
Yeah. Alright.
I love that guy. He's the greatest man I've ever met.
Bruno walks in and says, Gradger?
Yeah?
Martin wants to talk to you.
Martin, oh no. Well, everybody.
Also, do you get any food or anything?
Soon.
This is going to be a routine checkup. I'll see you all later.
Alright.
I won't.
Grudger died shortly
Gradger,
after
you are
leaving that room.
ushered out onto the balcony. Where many, many feet away is Martin. Standing extremely, overly dramatically.
I look behind
in a
me.
pose.
The fog door is already there.
Fog door is already there. You have entered the boss room. Roll for
Clean
initiative.
up that pile of dirt, or is it
Not a
still by
good
the
sign.
door?
Oh, yeah, it's got cleaned up. Alright, roll for initiative. You pass through the fog wall.
Oh no!
Martin turns around. He begins to alert. He turns into a pus of man. He goes. It's actually the second phase of the Gundyr boss battle. None of that happens.
You should get that checked out.
None of that happens. Martin's,
because he's actually a giant block. He's the third warden.
Get out of here, Luke Cassio. I gotta get my friend Martin. Martin de
Your
Lumiere.
friend.
Yeah. We go way back. There he is. See? Look at him. Why are you so angry, Martin? Cheer up, buddy.
Michelin man.
Cheer up.
Because Siobhan said he's not attractive.
Yeah. All
It
right.
looks like he's about to start throwing tires at my car during a rainstorm.
All right. And now in terms of guards,
Everyone.
some guards appear.
Everyone's here.
2 guards on the balcony.
Can they see me
Alright.
through the window?
Maybe. Yeah, actually. Well. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah?
Funny.
That's such a way with words.
I really do, as a DM and wordsmith. All right. Martin says, I've been reading your journal.
Alright, I have to come clean.
Uh-huh.
My name's not Grudge Griff.
And what is it?
I'm Jen Snippet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's definitely not true. You've at least been traveling by the alias Gradger for years as Mandril's only detective, apparently. So that's not going to fly.
Cannon.
Jin
Nice try.
Snippet's my real name.
It doesn't matter. I'm calling you Graja. So, we have some things to discuss. I've been doing quite a bit of reading and
See what he's looking at.
taking
Uh-oh.
notes. So, first question. How long were you traveling with Cagliari?
Well, it all started. Like, it all started in that village down near the mountains.
Hmm.
I was there. She was there. A metal man fell from the sky. There was a blue guy.
Slow down. What?
It's in there. It says, "Who's that metal man?" It's on page 3.
Yeah,
But
I've
page
read
4.
it. Just let me take my notes. Hold on. Cagliari. What town was this? Namir.
No, I didn't write it down.
Interesting.
There is an interesting note for Cagliari that just says, "Thinks female lions are crazy murderers, soft goats fed to lions."
Huh?
Who knows? It's under your section, so that means it's important to you.
I don't know what
So-
you just.
To clarify, Mr. Detective, you met Cagliari some time ago in Namir when a metal man, the one you describe in your notes, fell from the sky.
Mm-hmm.
And in addition to Cagliari, at that point when you met,
Oh, you
There
want to know my
was-
greatest band of warriors?
yes,
The heroes of the ages. I know all of you have met them before. There was Moon Guy.
the one you referred to as Moon Dude.
Oh yeah, whatever.
Mm.
Meteor.
Mm-hmm.
Dweeby Weeby.
Curious. He's wanted in Lucine.
I don't know that.
I've seen his wanted posters. They've been sent to me.
Wait, don't
One of
all
the
these people
guards
have
should
one
do a spit
posters?
take learning that Dweeby Weeby's a real name.
Hmm. Who else?
That's it. That's all the people.
Mm-hmm. And what did you do with this group of travelers?
You know, the usual. Fought skeletons. Dragons. Went to other dimensions. I mean, it's in the book. You read the book.
I'm trying to comprehend what actually happened and what is the delusions of a madman. And it's not easy to tell where one starts and where the other picks up.
There's a note under Moon Dude, and I actually don't understand what it means.
You understand some of this?
Yeah.
What's it say?
Oh, here, you guys can have the link if you want to look at it. Copy link. Paste. It just says lock. It says potentially a Locketh with glowing eyes.
So,
Wakatha.
let me...
Someone wrote.
No, but I know what you're trying to say.
So far as I understand it, your party consisted of this Moon Dude, this Meteor, this Dweeby Weeby. You fought skeletons, dragons, and went to other dimensions.
It's in the book.
Right.
I'm gonna publish it one day. That's not Mandril bestseller,
Mm-hmm.
but number 2 though. There's always another book that's number 1, but they just refuse to include it for some reason.
You met my first cousin,
Who?
Malachi de Lumiere.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, we go back.
You knew him before.
No.
Did you travel with him?
We walked for a while. We were going in the same direction.
What did he say to you? Do you remember conversations you had with him?
Nope. Because I didn't write any of them down.
Roger has the memory of a goldfish.
He writes things down. He's a guy. He writes
Everyone in the D&D world does, unless
How
they write stuff
long
down.
did you travel with Malachi de Lumiere?
like a month.
A month.
It's been 2 years.
Martin just stops. And it looks like he's thinking very hard. And he eventually just closes the book, turns to you, and says,
Get the
"Look,
book back.
I don't know how stupid you are versus how much of it is an act. I have some idea that you've both lied to me and told some truths. This is going to get elevated. And you're going to have to answer to someone that doesn't have as much patience as me.
Bureaucracy.
Would you like to do more of the heavy lifting with me, or the person that would potentially ensure that you never see the light of day again?"
What do y'all want to know?
You're going to have to assemble a timeline. And you're going to have to submit to much more
I really don't remember.
rigorous questioning.
In some capacity, the book is everything I know.
Is it everything Roger knows, or does everything Nick knows?
I know more. I don't think there's obviously like a general, like, he doesn't know the dates for sure. There's a
Right.
general timeline of things.
Right.
Some major events might be missing or
Mhm.
not in the right order because it's just like, oh well, we did this and yeah, we did that,
Right.
because it's like we're in the moment and we're doing
Right.
things now.
Right. Okay. Martin says, "In a sense, I pity you, and in another, I am eager to see you broken. Let me be honest with you. Here's what's going to happen. And this is probably going to happen regardless. You're going to be escorted to Lucine proper. You're going to be interrogated. Zone of Truth is going to be cast. You're going to be surrounded by any number of men who could kill you without lifting their finger. You are going to be milked for information about my first cousin. And if they do not feel that you have answered well, even if truthfully, they may kill you. You understand?"
I understood the day I signed up for this assignment. He did that.
I feel like you're not understanding the gravity of the situation.
When I left my home, I knew how this would end. You don't really leave everything behind without, if it's not your only option.
Are you going to drag your niece into this? Whatever she is to you?
Takes out the lollipop. They know nothing.
Who's they?
The group of people. What?
The
group of
rest.
people that
The rest of your group. None of them know what you know.
I mean, of course.
Is that
Lucas.
You're telling truth. You're generally telling the truth, right?
Well, everybody but Luke Cassio should know nothing.
Okay.
but there's one man that I gotta protect.
Roll for persuasion.
This is the most important role.
It is one of the most important.
I rolled a nat 20 for you, and then I
It
knocked
didn't
it
go
over.
well.
What'd you get?
A 14.
Oh shoot! Plus or minus? That's it.
No, that's it.
He's got a +6 to insight. He says, "Nothing. I don't believe you. Who else knows? Javon doesn't know what you know. Yes?
Oh, 100%.
Smart fella doesn't know.
Well, I mean, it's hard to tell, but I don't think so.
I wouldn't want to drag him into this. I'm not an overly cruel man. Valere.
He's a bird, man. Have you seen birds?
Valere's coming with you. That fellow we picked up this morning, Cassio. He's coming with you too. All right. Here's what's going to happen.
Damn, he didn't even ask for a rainy.
I think you forgot.
You're going to be held for no more than a few days. I expect the person who wants to see you will send for you soon.
Wait,
This has gone above my head.
I still have my helmet.
You are going to need to think a lot about how effectively you communicate to people. And you are going to need this. And he hands you your book.
Oh, phew.
I expect that you will have company by mid-afternoon, after lunch. Cooperate. For your own sake. Cooperate. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I could have done a lot of things in this situation. What I am doing is a mercy you will not see from others. Take this seriously, or it may mean your life, O great detective of Mandril. Have him separated in a room with Valere and Cassio. Alright. You are escorted by 2 guards back into the mansion, and you are placed in a separate room. Valere is dragged out by 2 guards. He reluctantly cooperates, not understanding what's happening. And 2 more guards grab Luke Cassio. Oh, he's sleeping. He goes, "Oh, hey, what are you doing? What do you think this is?"
Nothing.
I mean, I cooperate. No, I'm not putting up a fight, but I mean, I am verbally putting up a fight. What's going on? Clue me in. All right, and they all just get shoved in the room. All right. And now they're
I'm
being guarded.
thirsty.
Breakfast is being provided.
Oh, thank God.
So,
Painted rocks.
no, it's eggs. It's
In
eggs.
front of the Birdman?
It's eggs and apple slices. Eggs and apple slices. All right. Now, Martin walks in and begins. Well, is Rainey awake yet? An early riser.
Sure, yeah, she's probably working
Great.
on something.
Just has like
Alright.
the nice like.
Martin walks in. Says, "Rainey, some very important people are about to arrive, and to be honest, I don't know what they're going to want with you. I've been forthright in the information I've given them, and I've been honest in that I said I don't know your role. How you petition to them is going to be your problem. Do you understand?
I suppose.
Good." He walks out. And lastly, grabbing another guard,
He walks in with Bruno, now Smart Fella and Siobhan, and he says, "You two, I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do with you yet. And my hands may be tied. But for now, just stay calm and stay out of trouble."
Are we still to be confined to this room?
Hopefully not for much longer, but for now, yes. The individuals you've been traveling with, you may or may not. You may or may not. Yes, he's saying the individuals you travel with, you may or may not understand who exactly you're dealing with.
Oh no. What does that mean?
Martin actually seems a little bit genuinely upset. He just kind of retreats to a callous position and he says, "I'm not at liberty to discuss any more information. Keep your heads down if you want to stay out of trouble. And
I knew that
hopefully..."
Roger guy couldn't be trusted.
And the other guards give like the Shrek look. Like the... And then Martin's like, "We will return. Don't make trouble.
You'll live on in my place.
This is going above my head." And he kind of grimaces a little bit.
Can you...
He walks out of the room. Downstairs. Meanwhile, Blair says, "What the heck is going on? What did you...
Bad news.
What did you tell him? What's happening?"
I didn't tell him anything.
"You didn't tell him nothing. Why are we in this room then? Something's going down.
Really?
And don't look pretty."
They know.
What do they know? What do they know?
It doesn't matter what they know, but they will know.
That's not good.
They're bringing the big guns.
Big guns. What's guns? No, I heard about guns. Some weirdos were talking about it. It's like
Talking truth zones.
Sort of truth. Isn't that magic? That's right. They do got magic.
feel
I
like
always wanted to learn magic. Never got around to it. Just procrastinated.
if you picked it up, you would have learned it. For sure.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
What does this mean for us? Why are we separated from everyone else?
well, I don't know that much about Rainy, but everyone else is pretty much off.
And we're not.
They know that we were just using them as cover to get in, and now there's only so much left we can do.
I'm not an optimist. I'm not a pessimist. I'm a realist. The good news is we might get the information we're looking for.
But we'll have the information.
We'll just be martyrs.
It just won't really get out. Well, I know one way, but yeah. The situation ain't looking good for us.
So,
For some reason, they think you know something. I don't know why.
I know a little bit, not much. I don't lie. You guys will understand. Everybody knows a little bit, but not everybody knows that much. It's just how it
We're in-
is.
There's no windows, right?
No, there's no windows in the... Well, actually, yeah, there are 3 front windows, yes. Oops.
No, there's no windows. Actually,
I forgot. Yes, there are windows.
at least we get to look outside before the end.
Are you guys with the rebellion?
Who said that?
One little guard in the corner.
I knew it was you. You. The plight of the plebs.
Well, it's just a question. You're in trouble anyway.
The answer might surprise you.
So you're not with the rebellion.
No, we definitely are.
Oh.
We are the rebellion.
Huh.
Well, part of it. It's decentralized. It's spread out. It's everywhere.
What is
You think you killed one? No, there's more.
Okay.
And you,
Who are you pointing at now?
the rube. Think about
Okay.
what you've done today. This will not be the last day you've heard. Roger Griff.
Yeah, and Luke Cassio.
You will remember that name too.
Yeah, I'm not participating in this. Whatever this is, you guys have fun.
Do we have any spoons?
No, do you have a spoon?
I mean, I have some other things, but do you think the floorboards are that soft that we
No.
could spoon through them?
No.
If we could stand my
If
foot
we
down.
found that secret entrance, that would be great. Or exit.
We're on like the second floor.
I mean, we don't know where it is. Could be anywhere. What is my camera doing?
What the hell is that?
Yeah.
It is also very much not what I saw.
Yeah. Whoa. There has to be some way out of this.
Well, there's no way we all get out of this. Someone's being carried by the six. Puts the light pop back in. Exhales.
Did you get that? Oh, I remember now. Never mind.
Alright. Devon, Luna, and Smart Fella are all here.
I gotta pee.
Did they leave you a bucket?
I don't know. Probably not. Maybe. If you guys don't want to talk, that's fine. I was just, making sure we don't leave anyone out. Abandonment issues.
Oh, she's just very worried, but Luna's already told her it's gonna work out, so she's kind of trusting.
Yep. What's Smart Fella thinking?
His mind is an enigma.
Yeah.
There are thousands of thoughts coursing through his brain. He's enjoying his eggs.
Excellent. Yeah, he's just like me, for real though. All right. I think we let the time roll because I'm going to outro this session by doing something I've probably been waiting to do for a long time. And to figure out whether I'm going to do it or not, I'm going to roll.
To kill Roger Griff.
Oh, I'm doing it.
My man is peeing and you decide his fate with a dice roll.
That wasn't what the roll was for.
Oh.
All right. Time passes.
The
You're all
giggles.
kept in your rooms. Eventually, the hours roll by. Unless anyone wants to do or say anything, the clock just keeps stretching
I'm scraping away at the wood with my shoe.
until eventually it's about. It's not very effective. And also, the guards look over at you and are like, "Dude, stop!" And
I like
eventually-
wait like 5 minutes and then start doing it again.
Enough time. Enough, and again, the guy's like, "Dude, stop!"
I'm like,
Eventually,
it's not gonna work.
enough time passes that it's lunch, and so lunch is served. Very basic, with some of the rations that you brought over, hardtack and jerky, and that's it.
Yeah, no, nothing bad happens.
Lunch is served,
Until
and
What's
eventually,
happening next?
seems like there's a little bit of a commotion. For those of you with high passive perception, Higher than 14? Anybody?
That's me.
Going once? Anyone?
That's me.
Has a perception higher than
hold
14?
on.
That's me.
You can also actively perceive, since people are starting to talk and stuff.
What modifier is that?
Perception?
Oh, no, I found it.
Wisdom.
It's just telling me.
Yeah.
12.
Alright.
Is that higher than 14?
No.
Smart fellow?
Do the math. He goes, well,
Smart fellow.
well, 12 is easier to say than 14, so I reckon
said
that
we can
12
roll
is
for it?
smaller than 14. Yes. Higher than a 14. You will pick it up.
Exactly 14. Does that work?
Yes, it does. Rainy, you hear the flap of dragon's wings from outside, and the guards are murmuring to themselves. Who do you think it is? Oh, it's him. Is it? Well, his dragon has gold-plated armor. Well, that... Holy...
Over there. I think it's time we kill ourselves right now.
Alright, the guards buckle up. Martin runs around frantically. Martin says, he's here.
I had this knife this entire time.
Alright, 2 of you with me. Alright, the guards pour outside.
If you want, I can kill you, and then like while you're dying, you can kill me.
Alright, they walk out onto the balcony. And all of a sudden, in a few more flaps, a black dragon with scales covered in gold and steel or some other glorious metal like titanium flies its way over, finally landing on the balcony, teetering on the edge. Martin grimaces. You guys can look out the window. Smartfella and Siobhan, you are witnesses to this spectacle, as well as Rainy. With guards, don't care, you can casually just go up to the window with them. They're doing the exact same thing. Of course, Grouger and Luke are oblivious to this. 2 other dragons flank what appears to be the lead dragon, but they land outside, not on the balcony, but in the courtyard. A large figure dismounts. It is a very tall, probably a 7-foot tall man, incredibly strong, in white robes, jewelry adorning his hands. Not quite entirely bald, but bald on his head with slick back yellow hair, a full beard, and incredibly dark, dead eyes. He walks forward and appears to be talking to presumably Martin, who you can't quite see. It's very difficult to see him from this angle. If you want to continue, you have to move over to the other windows to try to get a better look.
Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
It's finally time. He's here. Where is he? There's nothing here. The dead executioner knight. You see a man.
Tell me something.
He looks like somebody's dad.
Dude, he looks like he runs.
Siobhan and Smart Fella.
You give him a tap hat.
From
he's
this
gonna go,
angle,
welcome to the wonderful
you can
world.
see a man on the balcony. All of a sudden, his head shoots over to look straight at you. And his eyes are dead. You do not. You can roll history.
This is the one thing he knows.
He looks over to the other room
From the future,
and
sent
sees
backwards in
a
time
Rainy.
with one thing.
I rolled the wrong guy, but 12 plus. What modifier is that?
History is intelligence.
Soldiers, that's intelligent.
History.
So 12.
All right.
Yeah, it's intelligence.
That's King Xerxes. For the
Whoa,
first
that's
time.
King Xerxes.
Well, he remembered.
Showing his face. You can't see Martin.
Actually, the idea that one of the guards just said it,
Xerxes
and
stands
then
out.
fella says it like 3 minutes later.
His dragon
It's gotta be him,
prowls
it's gotta be
behind
Xerxes.
him on the balcony.
Whoa, guys, I think.
Martin opens the door and says, "Formation, you make any trouble for me, I swear, I'll have you killed myself. March!" And then the men march forward, ushering you into a specific formation, one by one, in a straight line, commanding you when to walk in step. You oblige? Do you oblige?
But sure.
Okay. Alright. The guards march you out onto the balcony until eventually you three are paired, and the guard waiting you says, "And halt!" and then goes to the side. And then Martin, in the back, stands. Now, none of you can see this. Xerxes walks forward out of your view, and you're left looking at the snarling jaws of the dragon as Xerxes inches forward.
Can we tell that they took Grudge out there?
No.
Okay.
I'm out here.
Don't say that.
Flanking the guards, Xerxes walks up and says, "So these are the troublemakers."
We're like little goofers.
He walks up to Groucher, leans down, and says,
Alright, you didn't need to say that.
"So he's 7 feet tall." He leans down and he says, "You've worked with Malachi de Lumiere. You must answer truthfully."
Yes. What's his protections like?
He turns to Valeric, says, "You've worked with Malachi de Lumiere." "Indirectly, yes." "You've worked with Malachi de Lumiere." Is he asleep?
No, that was a tree I'm chopping down.
Hold on.
He's going. He's going.
He's angry. He's angry. Alright, guys, I'm just gonna let you know. I'm gonna kill myself right here now.
Wait, Xerxes is here. He's right here.
The bastard! He invented the character! And he's sleeping!
Come on! Come on, man!
Xerxes walks up to Luke Cassio, says,
Siobhan is sleeping. By the way.
"You've worked." Okay, great. I thought she was at the window looking at Xerxes, but fine.
Okay,
Luke Cassio says, yeah, sorta. Excellent. Knock them out. Have them taken. All right.
I lost my chance.
Several guards who you
Was this
just several
That
guards
wasn't my plan. I have a knife on me right now.
guards who you just now see unveil from
And
you don't even know where,
I guess that's why he didn't answer my
and
question.
like put their palms on the back of your head, and you all go unconscious.
Are they visible to us from the window?
None of them.
Nope.
None of them are visible.
We're
Putting
just
us
out of view.
asleep out here.
We can only see the dragon.
They are escorted onto a separate dragon, which now appears. I should just do this. A second dragon now makes its way up, lowers its neck, and they are loaded into a prison cell on the back of this dragon, one by
Oh,
one.
they're taking him on that dragon.
That's right, smart fella. I mean,
And the dragon flies away immediately. Martin then walks up into Rainey's room. Rainey's been watching out the window and says, "Rainey, come now."
Huh? Okay.
Alright. Martin walks back out. And Rainey, you walk through to see King Xerxes himself staring at you.
I rolled a 2 on my history check.
You don't know who this is. And he says, "Have you worked with Malachi de Lumiere?" You must answer truthfully.
Kind of under him? Couple steps.
Great. Knock her out. Alright. The other guard moves up. You don't stop him. Puts your hand on the back of your palm.
Can I try to stop him?
Oh, you may.
Just like as a quick reaction, like
You may.
Like a casual reaction.
what do I do?
You can try to stop him. I'm going to take my reaction, and Xerxes is going to say, "Halt!" Make a wisdom saving throw.
What
What?
did you say?
He said, "Halt."
Oh.
Make a wisdom save.
5.
You fail. You go unconscious. Your body is escorted back to the dragon onto a separate prison dragon that is loaded up that I don't feel like animating. Whoosh! Away you go.
So wait, did they knock us out or put us to sleep?
They put you to sleep.
Perfect.
Okay.
Interesting.
I can't be put to sleep, but I totally went with it.
Oh! Yeah, that's true. You're an elf. Curious. Yeah, you can't magically be put to sleep. Alright. Well,
Vesper, I'm in.
Alright.
My God, he is.
Alright, so Siobhan and Smart Fella. Martin walks over and says, Siobhan, Smart Fella, to the balcony.
All right.
All
Don't
right.
worry, guys. My racial feature,
he walks
lightning
you out.
resistance.
Siobhan walks out with Luna and Smart Fella. And
Wow, it's King
Xerxes.
Xerxes.
Indeed.
Take him away.
Have you worked with Malachi de Lumiere?
Wait, as soon as she hears that he's a king, she's going to curtsy.
Ah, okay.
Oh, ooh. She's pardoned. And actually, in fact, knighted.
All right. So, Smart Fella, you must answer truthfully.
Does smart fella know that he's worked with Malachi de Lumiere?
Well, not directly, but he's kind of like the leader of this whole operation. We've got a bunch of guys, and he kind of tells everyone what to do because he's on this big long mission.
He's 100% the king.
Xerxes casually points to Martin and says, "This is the retard."
Use the word. Use the word.
And Martin nods and says, "That's not the word I would use, but yes."
Yeah, we're
Dismiss him.
now.
Okay,
All right.
again, yeah.
And the guards move Smart Fella along until eventually it's only Siobhan, stared down by Xerxes,
I don't even want him.
who looks down and says, "I've been told you have some powers, little girl."
I like how he moves that.
Yes, sir.
How would you like to develop them?
I like that more than anything.
Excellent. Ensure that Siobhan is escorted on the Royal Dragon. Alright. And then Xerxes walks away. Hops on his dragon.
Does he stop at that
Begins
fast
flying.
food restaurant from Shrek 2?
A separate black dragon. Do I already have it saved?
All I'm
Yes.
saying is, if the dragon gets hit by lightning, y'all are gonna be sorry.
A separate black dragon lands, and Siobhan is escorted onto it.
Rainy's the only survivor.
Martin stops her, grabs her arm before she moves further forward. Says, "Siobhan, is he asleep again?"
Oh,
Okay.
say what you say, Martin.
Says, "Be exceedingly careful." And one last thing. He pulls out his magic wand and he points it at Luna, whose eyes go wide.
Explodes.
And Martin looks at his little magical stick and he looks at Siobhan and he looks at the owl and he says, "Don't trust that owl." And Luna calls and then Martin walks away. And then the guards just shuffle you along to the dragon. You're loaded on a little step stool as the guard helps you up and the dragon lowers its neck. And you are now in a very delicate royal harness surrounded by gilded gold. And the dragon rider heals and away you go. On the backs of
Smart
dragons'
fella,
wings.
number one survivor. He won.
Number one victory royale.
Away
we gotta get
you
down.
go. And now Smart Fella is all alone.
10 kills
in
on the
world.
board right now. Just wiped out Tomato Town.
All right. And I think that is where we'll leave it.
Vesper, I'm in.
Something like that. Oh, man.
Oh,
that
you
was-
mean in House de Lumiere? I expected you to be in by now, yes.
You can't communicate with him.
No, Vesper. I'm in the freaking castle, Lucille.
Oh no! What have you done?
Vesper, I'm sending you a live feed now.
I see. I'm tuning in on my iPhone XR.
All right.
Through my eyes.
I'm stopping the recording.